So.
Somebody might sound like shit.
Is it me? I don't think
Is it me?
Am I the only one that hears it?
I
I
think
don't
so.
hear nothing.
I don't hear nothing.
More word.
I guess it's on me. But what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline. I hope you guys don't hear it. I think that's the most important part is that you guys don't hear it. But yeah, welcome back to another episode. I'm back with the boys. How you fellas feeling?
Chilling.
Feeling good. Can't complain.
I'm great. Tired, but I'm great. You know.
Facts.
Well, y'all ready to get into it? I got BooWop in the building. What's up, BooWop?
What's the word? What's the word? Yeah, I feel it tonight.
Good. Ready
Yeah.
to get it?
Good.
Trent in the building. What's up, Trent?
That was good. I'm chilling, bro.
You ready?
Yeah. Always, bro.
Gbaby / Hell Baby / H Baby / Z Baby. The only thing you don't got in there is a W, baby. All right. What's up, G? How you feeling?
That'll come. But hey, we good, man. It's a good day. It's, we're ready to get it popping.
Word. We got funny fat ball. What?
Funny
Boy, you?
family.
Funny fat boy. What's good, man?
Listen. I've
That's
been
why
up
he's bad
since
with names, bro.
4
Just-
o'clock, so it's worse. I've been up since 4 o'clock. All right. I'm a working man now, so yeah, let's get it. I gotta start off. It ain't too big, so if you guys got some big stuff, we can wait for that. I got like 2 things I want to talk about. I'm gonna start off with the play-in because I think some of you guys might actually like the damn play-in, but I don't. And the NBA is saying that the governor is about to rule on it being a permanent part of its future, and I wanted to know how you guys felt about that.
I mean, I really don't have a problem with playing. Kind of don't.
Hey, if you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear that noise. If you hear like an audio noise.
I legit don't hear nothing, so it might just be
Yeah,
on your end.
Yeah, it might just be on mine, but I want to make sure they don't hear it.
But the plane is cool. I mean, for me, it only sucks if you lose in the play-in. Because if you would,
Sorry,
you do
G.
what the Hawks, now you get, you do what the Hawks did, right? They were a 10 seed and they made it. I bet they not complaining about the play-in because if they would have if there would have been no play-in, they wouldn't have had a chance to make it. So they're not complaining about it. You know what I mean? So I just think it's only sucking if you lose, like the Clippers. I feel like they a little heated because they lost this year. But hey, you had 2 chances and you didn't get it done. That's not nobody's fault but yours. Like, so.
But I mean, I want to hold on before I address it and you guys get it. Gabe, Garb, I'm so godly. What's up, brothers? Thank you guys for stopping by. This other dude that just jumped in here. What are you talking about? We ain't got nothing to do with player's choice. Talk about that on your own time. All right, focus on From the Sideline, baby. But anyway, I feel you, G baby. But what I'm saying is, I'm so used to it. I guess you can call me old school. I'm so used to the time where top 8 seed get in the playoff.
Yeah, I mean,
Now you're giving 9-10 a chance. Like 9-10 has to win two games to get in, and they could get in with a 36-40 whatever record. Like that doesn't seem good to me when you have a team with a 40, 44, 45 whatever record that's an 8 seed that has to then play this 10 seed and then loses and then like
Well, that's not necessarily how it's gonna go, right? Because you play the 9 will play the 10, the 7 will play the 8. So quite naturally, the 7 might beat the 8. That means the 8 should just beat the 9 or 10. That's just like to me how it goes, right? I get it. It's do or die. It's do or die. I get it. It make it almost like any given Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I still think in basketball, if you have truly the better team, you probably.
Lawrence, would you say ouch for?
So
because, like, for example, I'd use an example like the Clippers. Let's say they would have been the 10 seed and that they make the playoffs, but because we know, like, all right, when they're healthy, they're better than whatever their record was. I feel like the play-in can kind of help team. Like the Hawks, matter of fact, the Hawks.
Nah, clutch.
They had players in and out. Granted, they still underperformed in my opinion. They had players in and out the lineup all year. They got to the play-in and they won 2 straight games. Now it sucked for the Cavs because they only fell into the play-in because the injuries to their big men. But like life isn't fair, not everything's gonna happen the way it needs to. That's why like at the end of the day, all you gotta do is focus on winning that game. You know what I mean? If you look at like the Clippers, they underperformed. Like I don't think they should have lost.
Good to see you in the chat. How was that vacation?
Either of those games, but nevertheless.
I just think it's a new era, bro. Like,
it's cool. Yeah, I get the old school mentality though.
I get the old school mentality
because, like, for example, like in football, the 7 teams that took a little while to get used to looking at too, because it's like, well, so used to 2 first-round buys, but now you just get 6 games in the wild card weekend as opposed to 4.
Yeah, but like this, is what I'm saying, it's not that big of a difference. But Atlanta would have missed the playoffs in the old set, and Cleveland would have been.
Which I think they deserve to miss.
Cleveland would have played Miami,
or no, it would have been Brooklyn because they were the 8 and Cleveland was 7. So Brooklyn would have played Miami and Cleveland would have had to play the Boston.
No, the one plays the 8. Cleveland would have.
Yeah, but Cleveland was 7 going into the play-in. They just lost to the.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
I just think it shouldn't include the 7. Personally, I don't like that it includes the 7. Like, I think the 7 should be a comfortable playoff spot, in my opinion. Like, I see why it includes the 7 to make it a play-in, but like, I just don't.
But like, you'd rather have 9-10 play, and then the winner of that plays 8.
Yeah, I don't see why the play is just not that. Like, I feel like reaching to 7 and 8 is kind of like
it's just to have more basketball at that point.
Yeah,
like this is like.
I think you keep it competitive.
The Clippers would have made the
Garbs.
Hey, whoa.
Right.
Whoa. That's on YouTube. I don't know if he's
Sim, you mind jumping over on YouTube and you know what to do.
And like it all depends, like the conferences too. Like, some conferences are competitive from 7 to 10 more so than like another conference might not be that competitive. So I get it. Like I don't hate it, but if I would change anything, it would be the fact that I wouldn't include 7 and 8. It would just be 9 and 10, or 8, 9, and 10, or whatever. I wouldn't put 7 in the mix of that. Like, I feel like 7 is a comfortable playoff spot. Like 8, okay, cool. You may not be better than 9 or 10, but 7, like, I feel like they're comfortable there.
That's fair.
So Clippers would have made the playoffs. Pelicans would have missed the playoffs. I understand it made for a good. Thank you, Sim. Appreciate you. Good to have you back. Mars. Thank you for the reset, bro. Appreciate that, man. I just don't like the Clippers would have made the playoffs and Pelicans would have been out, and it's a different story. And it's just like, for me, like, I get it. Like, it's a part now. It's a part of the NBA, and I just got to get used to it. But it's like, who wants their team to be in a play-in? Like,
I mean, no one does. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. It's cool for the people who are sitting on that outskirt. Like, for example, for a 9 seed that just misses it by a game because somebody caught COVID, or like, somebody was out one game. It's like, man, we know we should sit here, but bad timing. You know what I mean? Like,
if you took care of the problem and then they coming back, you can go back on Twitch.
Yeah.
But
it's
what's it called? Like, for that 9 seed that just missed it by a game, it's cool for them. But it's the teams that it's a double-edged sword because you can be in one part one year and another part another. So,
as an NBA fan, I can't complain about extra basketball though. Like, whatever, I like it, and it brings the competition back a little bit. You got one game, or some people have one game, some people have 2. You got a couple of games to figure out if you're going to make the playoffs or not.
That's what I like about it.
I might need you back on YouTube.
It keeps it competitive. Like, at the end of the day, like, teams can't tank. Like, I ain't gonna say teams can still tank. I take that back, but it's gonna be more competitive. Like, you can't coast no more. Like, you have to stay on your shit at the end of the season because guys
less incentive to chill.
Yeah, that's it.
Facts.
I agree. And there's 2 we would have, without the plan, we would have missed Brandon Ingram's pretty impressive performance in the playoffs.
No, and that's why I say I get it, but it's just like I guess.
But I mean, we would have seen Paul George again, and that
we
would
never would have saw Patrick Beverly's iconic moment. That was great. I feel like.
Well, we would have missed the NBA in the building, but we couldn't.
Was it not funny? It was funny.
But see,
funny, yes, it ain't iconic.
My point is, though, we could have seen other iconic moments like Paul George take a team to 7 by himself with Reggie Jackson and them boys.
Like, he called COVID too, though.
So like
he called COVID. That's why I said like that's tough.
I low-key feel like he doesn't do better than the Pelicans would have did against the Suns. I think the Pelicans just gave them as many games as possible.
It's been similar to like
the one of the other two.
I mean,
the Clippers would have got cooked.
But
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, I think they still would have. Well, if
I could see
there's no play-in, they're the 7th
losing
seed.
For sure.
Nah,
sure.
If they're still the 7th seed.
Oh yeah,
they
still
could
the
possibly
7th.
catch the Grizzlies.
Oh, I thought you said
they could possibly catch the Grizzlies if they're the 7th.
I was assuming that they would be playing like the Suns.
The Clippers.
Like, no, they're gonna.
Nah, if they play the Suns, I think they still lose. But if they play the Grizzlies,
I think the Pelicans could give the Suns a better playoff series than the Clippers could have.
Well, I mean, look at how we talking about the Pelicans now. We got the Pelicans like possibly a top 5 team in the West if Zion comes back the same.
Like, no, but I think that's just off roster. No, I'm not. I didn't. When I said that, it wasn't off performance. It's off the talent of the roster. Like we've been new BI could ball. They added CJ. We know he could ball. Like Zion.
But I think
could
it
ball.
also But I think it also helps the fact that they went and played what at the time the best team in the league, and they was hooping like playing
one
well.
Of the better defenses too.
Yeah, I was like they win 6 games with them, which nobody saw coming. To be honest, like so,
Brandon don't get enough credit for his performance. That was a great performance all across the board offensively. Playmaking, scoring, efficiency, finishing, jump shots. He was playing out of his mind, to be honest.
You could say
and the bench was playing better than they usually do.
But your ass no
Yeah, Jose taking the ball. Herb Jones.
Herb is the one that I was like, okay, Herb, you can hoop. Okay.
G Herbo. Yes, sir. I like him.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, so I think I don't have a problem with the play.
Even Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy was getting good minutes.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
So I don't see a problem with my boy Valanciunas always go hoop. But
shout out to Valanciunas.
He had a game with
shout
like
out to
30
Big
rebounds
Jonas,
or something.
man.
He was crazy.
They definitely disrespecting Valen. They
might be the
He's
slowest
good,
center in the league, though. He might be the slowest center on his feet, but he's nice, though.
He's nice in the post. Hey,
he is. Yeah. But yeah, I think I mean the play-in's here to stay. I think it's cool. You get instead of 82 games, you get 84. So,
but yeah, I definitely think it looks nastier than it really is. Like when you see a team that is 7th seed and they won like 38 games, that looks really nasty, like very nasty.
But then you get
what you needed to do then.
Then you get a team like the Pelicans who won 36? They won 36 games.
Yeah, 36, and that's why I'm saying like the Clippers would have been there.
A run for
them. Yeah, there was conversation that if the Suns don't get it together, they might not make it out this series.
No, I mean, yeah, because it was like
it was 5-2-2 at one point. So
yeah.
I think a healthy PG like without the COVID stuff, I think he could put the Suns on the brick like that too.
Yeah, I think
the way those guys was balling.
Yeah,
like to put so much pressure on those young guys because I think Paul George didn't play the last game, right? The playing game because he has COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah,
so like if he had that, how many people are going to say they don't have a good chance of winning that game?
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I said I think they still.
They almost won it without him. So.
No, but I'm saying I said I think they still lose. I'm not gonna lie. Ty Lue, I think he's a better coach. I think.
He's definitely.
I think they have good depth. Norman Powell would have been there, got his rhythm going.
Rocco, their depth is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, they might have come.
Boo, I'm having technical difficulties.
Sometimes I think PG's easily
like
rattled.
Crazy.
Sometimes I think PG's very easily rattled. And
he was okay. I'm trying to think of the Timberwolves game.
Are you talking about like overall, or you talking about this season? Like, are you talking about in general? Okay, in general.
Mentally, he's rattled mentally.
I mean, he
can be rattled. Like he can, Devin Booker and CP3, the way that they talk and the way that they like.
But they got rattled too.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying that they can't get rattled. I think the biggest.
But you're saying with PG, that's gonna hold them back more than.
Yeah, a little bit more. I noticed with Brandon Ingram, he wasn't allowing any of that to ever bother him. Like he kept a clean head because bro, a lot of that take like talking crazy and getting involved in the talk that like PG and CP3 like do. I've watched that win them games, like where they're just rattling you like, you can't stop us, we can't stop you, but we're gonna talk like you aren't doing anything, and that's won them games. It didn't work against Luka though. That's the whole reason. I think they couldn't get inside his head, which made it worse, and then Luka was giving it right back to them.
I mean, I think that series is a little different. If I'm gonna be blunt, I just think they showed up in Game 7.
Did you come back
and wet the bed? I don't think it was. I just think they wet the bed.
I think Luka had their back against the wall bad.
But even then, well, they had home court, so I wouldn't say that. But even then, I think Spencer and Jalen all was just hitting everything that they touched. Like both of them was just home court advantage.
That game was like an anomaly, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was an anomaly. Like,
I don't see.
And then Ayton only playing 11 minutes. Like you
home court advantage matters. I do believe that, but I think like when somebody's performing at the level of Luka, like a lot of that, like he don't care whether he's in Portland, Phoenix, the Appalachian Mountains. He's good.
Look what he was doing in LA. Look what he was doing against the Clippers on the road last year. All his wins.
He went 2-0 or 3-0. Actually,
yeah, he went 3-0.
Even if they're at home, they're like, we still got to deal with Luka. Like he can give us 50, and I think it showed right away. Like he jumped in the game and immediately just was getting whatever he wanted. I'm like, yeah, they're not prepared to guard Luka mentally nor physically.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse. But that doesn't excuse how poorly they were offensively. Offensively,
they were awful.
You can let Luka go off but make your shots. You don't need to go down 40. At what was it, like 40 and a half or 30?
Something crazy. I think it was 30.
That was like,
didn't he not have like more points than like the whole team or some shit like that?
Yes, he had the same amount of points.
Like for example, what LeBron does to the Raptors, all across the board, like playing wise, mentally, like you're just not better than me, and I'm controlling this whole game. I think
but that's what I was gonna say
did
when
that
you
to
said
them the entire series, and in Game 7, it just crumbled them all the way. Like their offense was bad, their defense was bad. Like they just couldn't figure it out. He broke them down by himself. Like that's what I think. I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. Like he intimidated the Phoenix Suns from the point guard to the coach. There was nothing that they could figure out. Like he was killing them.
Man. No, but that's what I was gonna say. Like Paul George didn't seem rattled to me in the playoffs against LeBron when he was in,
Yeah, he didn't. I think
it was after the OKC.
Yeah,
it was after that one where they lost
the Utah series. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about after the Portland series. I mean, the Portland series.
Oh, okay.
They lost in 5. I was like, that's wild.
Paul George had never dealt with that level of criticism, and it just kept getting worse. Like it went from Portland. Then what was it? The Jazz situation.
I think the Jazz was first, and then Portland.
Jazz,
and
Portland,
then
Clippers.
MVP. Yeah,
those are all worse. Like the Portland one was bad. The Jazz one was even worse because it was rookie Donovan
Mitchell. He was awful.
He got smoked by Joe Ingles.
2 of 16. 2 of 16 in Game 6. Like
then you get to the bubble and you're literally hitting the top of the backboard. Like it just got worse and worse.
Wide open too. Like wide open.
But
that was in his head. That was in his head.
Yeah, that was all in his head.
Yeah,
for sure. That was
a lot of it on his head.
No, yeah. Paul George still that got it.
Of course, I love.
I miss Paul George.
He's top 15. He in that.
I love his game.
10 to 12 range, depending on.
I still think he's still debatably better than Jason Tatum.
You can make the argument, but
I ain't mad at it. I'm not.
Who wins? Who wins a ring first? Jason Kidd or Tyronn Lue without LeBron?
Oh, Tyronn
Lue.
Yeah, I think Tyronn Lue for sure.
Even take out the Clippers, I just think he's that much of a better. Nothing against J. Kidd, but I think he's that much of a better coach.
You give him a healthy,
just give him a healthy team, and I believe in him. Before
a healthy competitive team, he gets farther than Jason Kidd a lot of it, to me. Or if they're given the same equal talented team, like they're given identical teams, I think Ty Lue gets farther every time.
Like for example, let's say you clone the same Clippers team, Ty Lue and J. Kidd. Ty Lue does better with them than J. Kidd, like all across the board.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
It's crazy. They should have made the finals of 2020, bro.
Who?
The Clippers. They should have made the finals 2020.
No, they shouldn't have.
They folded, man. That sucks.
They folded against the
3 straight
Nuggets.
times.
Wait. My fault. The year after that, like the year on Giannis.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that year, yes, that year I'm with you. Injury,
Warlock.
If Kawhi doesn't get hurt,
yeah, he's got.
That's there in the
They've got
finals.
a shot.
Warlock said Tyronn Lue is not that much better in his opinion.
It's Warsock.
Then Jason Kidd?
I know, but I'm still gonna call him Warlock. I told him that's his
I'm
name.
playing.
Warsock, Warlock, Warnock.
I think Ty Lue's a
Nah,
top
it's a
three,
joke.
4 coach.
No. You said it before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Ty Lue's top 3, 4. Like you could argue top 2 if you really want. Well,
he's one of the best. He's one of the best player coaches.
Yeah, because I think Pop is, even though they haven't had a team, I think Pop is still the 1 or 2. I think you have to put Ty Lue in there, and then
Ultra.
I think Eric.
I was like, Spo, you might say better, and then that's it. To be honest, I think it's Pop, Spo, and then Lue.
Ime might move up there, but we'll see.
What about Dwayne?
Oh yeah, we'll see about Ime. We got to see. I like him though.
Yeah.
He said Pop a reputation merchant.
What about what's his name? Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey's good.
Hey,
he's good, but he ain't that. Like
he's good for like the team he's on. I feel like he can.
Yeah, he ain't top 5
type of team like the Pistons. But I feel like on a team with like hella talent, like we saw with the Raptors, I don't know if he can elevate them quite to that level.
Like Coach Aaron got fired the same year.
He did.
Yeah, because they lost to LeBron.
That's sickening.
Because they lost to LeBron and they got
swept. That's unfortunate. But Coach Bud still got a job because he won a ring. All right.
True.
Right.
Hey,
but wait, let's keep it a buck though. That 2018 Raptors team should not have got swept.
They shouldn't have.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
But you know who on their team though?
Huh?
You know who on that 20? They got Kyle Lowry, nigga, but.
Bro, you talking about Kyle Lowry?
Every year.
You talking about Kyle Lowry?
You know he got to sneak when Kyle Lowry come up.
It was LeBron.
Nah, they shouldn't have swept.
But to be fair, they lost.
Smith, I think, was the second leading scorer.
They should have got at least. To me, I think they should have got at least 2.
To be fair though, you lost to the same person that's been beating y'all up on whatever.
Yeah, for the last.
Okay, but it was different because there was no Kyrie.
No, I'm not saying
it's significantly worse.
I'm not saying it's not different, but at the end of the day,
the
best player in the league.
That's the definition of owning real estate.
You could put LeBron on like IMG and he might beat the Raptors. He just has their number, bro. Like he just has.
It's not even the fact that they lost. That's the crazy.
It's not they got
if they lost.
And then the way they lost, though, like the little floater, like to like.
But that was in game 3. They were down 2-0 before that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it's just a little. Like I agree it's different, but man, we were dealing with some of the best basketball I think we've ever watched by one of the best players we've ever seen. Like,
okay,
so LeBron was on one.
He also shouldn't have went 7 with the Celtics in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. Like literally the next series, rookie Jason Tatum was 7 with these dudes. Like no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie, and went 7 with him. And you could have won 1 game. And you was
that team was still better though. That team was still better than him. Like I still think the Celtics should have won that. They should have.
Oh yeah, you can say that for sure. You can say that for sure. I don't think that's crazy to say.
I think the Celtics were just a better basketball team.
They were a better built team.
You can say the same shit about the damn Pacers.
I mean,
you can say the same.
About that. Wait,
did they not go 7 or some shit?
They did go 7. They did go 7. No, they went 7.
Toronto's the only team to get swept. Nah, that's wild.
It's because LeBron got their number. Like
that's what you call owning real estate.
I get you, but
you go
he got their playbook.
That's what I'm saying. You
got the play game.
Him getting fired is crazy though. Like getting fired after that. You look, Pacers went 7.
Yeah, that series was crazy, man.
Tatum went 7.
And y'all got swept.
Think about it.
As a 1 seed.
Think about it. They probably fired him. Now I think about it, they probably fired him just so they can get a new playbook that wasn't Dwayne Casey's because LeBron just had that right here. Like I got that. You want to get
playbooks. They just always underperformed when they play Bron. Like it's not like
but LeBron is calling out their plays like, oh nah, you over there, oh go there because he's gonna be.
I think LeBron does that with a lot of teams, to be honest.
I think it's been a combination of both. Like DeMar.
Like how you gonna perform well?
I mean, DeMar and Kyle Lowry.
Well, where LeBron knows everything you're about to do. How you gonna perform well doing that?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
DeMar,
a lot of teams, so I'm not gonna let I'm sorry, that 2018 Cavs team, there should have been no reason you get swept. I'm sorry.
Also, DeMar's bad in a lot of playoff series. It ain't just the Cavs.
I've only heard a story about the Raptors. I don't know if LeBron.
Everybody think DeMar is the savior for the Bulls.
Oh, DeMar DeFrozen?
I don't know who everybody.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was big on the Bulls until I think the stat was like 0-11 at the time. Against the top teams, I'm like, yeah. Unless
he said LeBron had the iPhone.
I was like, I'm off that.
He did. He did hack it, bro.
You good now, BooWop?
I think so.
Don't quote.
We just talked about how Dwayne Casey got fired after he got swept by the 2018 Cavs team when everybody else went 7.
Dwayne Casey got out coached by LeBron. Literally.
By LeBron, not by Tyronn.
By anybody else, by Bron. Like, that's sick.
He said, Tyronn, I'm gonna make you the best coach this year. Watch this.
Well, that's why I feel like
a couple game winners.
This sounds really bad, but I feel like that's why Ty Lue and Spo are like top 3. Because you see, like, everybody was first like, all right, well, you got LeBron. Let's see what happens.
That's part of it.
And then, but once LeBron goes, you see they still are capable of being like that Clippers team is that, like, look at the difference between the Clippers with Doc and then the second Ty Lue is the head man in charge. Literally, injury kept them from the finals.
And you can see them coaching Bron, like they're coaching LeBron as well. Like they're not just letting LeBron.
Or like Frank Vogel and that wolf. Spoelstra got him when he was still. Spoelstra got LeBron when he was still had something to prove. Ty Lue got after that, so I think
he was still coaching. And Tyronn was still.
Ty has a quote where he literally told LeBron, "I need you to shut up and let me coach this basketball."
Yeah.
Like that's a real coach right there.
That's why he was on his way to LA.
And he Frank Vogel
ain't saying that.
When David Black was there, LeBron.
Frank Vogel was like, "Nah, just listen to LeBron. He's gonna tell you what we're gonna do going forward."
You too, AD.
And listen to him. AD, sit down. You're not the man. LeBron is.
Casey wasn't there when Kawhi was there.
Take care of your ankle.
Yeah, I know that. I don't think dude in the chat know he got fired before that.
That was the nurse, yeah.
That was Nursey Nurse.
I kind of think
that guy.
Nurse
is one of the best.
Yeah, Nurse is top 10. I think you have to put Kerr top 10. But I think that's more like players' choice.
There's no question if you put Kerr top 10 right now.
No, I'm not putting Kerr there for X's and O's though. I'm putting Kerr there for like his ability, the fact that like I know he got some say with the players he got. I know like the way he keep building the rosters, they'll lose depth, still get some, and the way he has a way of connecting with is like when Clay was in his bad slump. And it's like I think Kerr is really underrated in the fact that like the way he's able to talk to his players, even the bench ones, the way he instills confidence in like a GP or an Otto Porter. I mean, low key, even Wiggins. Look what Wiggins was
He's a great player manager.
Yeah, great. But like I'm never giving Kerr credit for X's and O's.
That's like half of coaching in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, Mars.
And my biggest thing is he knows when to jump in on Draymond Green and what he's saying, and he knows when to back off and let it be. I think that's perfect. You have to do that with Draymond, and that's perfect. He does a perfect job of it. Except when he let Draymond Green bring up the ball and didn't give it to KD. I was like, I don't know.
I don't think Kerr said, "Hey, Draymond."
That's not Kerr.
That was a Draymond Green
Draymond
decision.
Being
that wasn't on Kerr. That was.
But the fact that he didn't blow his top is what made me mad. Like. Steve Kerr.
Kerr's not really that guy.
Show him, bro.
Kerr's not really that guy to like blow his top. I mean, I've only seen him like once or twice. Wait, pause. How am I chatting?
Cause you talking about like not for the X no shit. Yeah, that kind of sound.
Yeah, that's
you losing me, Gbaby.
Okay, I'm not saying like he's bottom of the barrel. But I'm not putting him over Spo or Ty Lue or
shit. He top 5.
No, he's top 5.
He's top 5.
Yeah, you can say top 5. Cool. I'm just saying I'm not putting it. My main point was maybe I didn't say it right. I'm not gonna put him over Spo, Pop, Ty Lue. I'm not gonna put him over like them. I think those are like upper echelon. Like
I think
he in their conversations though. Like
I think he over.
I don't think you think he's over who?
Spo. He could be over. He could be.
No, I disagree with that 100%. I think Spo, Ty Lue, and Pop are for sure.
That's tough.
I think him and Ime X's and O's are pretty close. Steve Kerr.
I'll give it to Kerr, but I don't hate it.
It would have been different. It would have been different. You said it's like the first time like Like remember, like when Steve first came to the Warriors and people were saying shit like that. But like now, though, like he's staying.
No, he's still a he's stamped.
No, yeah, and
even
so that's
then
why I
he
said
was good.
Like even
that's why I
then,
said maybe I
but,
said
like,
it.
people
That's why I
still
said
had that
maybe
narrative out on him. Like
maybe
now,
I
like,
explained maybe I explained it wrong. I'm not trying to discredit him. Like,
He's not
top five
he's
is
not the
crazy at
the
all.
top of the top, but he's definitely top
And that's
five.
what I was trying to say. Like, I'm not about to put him in that like top tier with Pop and Spo and all that. Like, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not trying to discredit him at all because I said like the way he's able to instill confidence and like a GP, Otto Porter, you know, like them guys, and like I know he's got a say in who they bring in roster. The fact that they just keep constantly bringing pieces like that fits their team, how they're always deep. Like for me, that's shout out to him. But like that's why I said I explained it wrong. But nah, he can like that's fine.
I think he's like 5. I low-key think he's like 4 or 5 in terms of X's and O's coach. Like 3, he's like 4 or 5.
No, for sure.
I think if Ime can if Ime integrates
Ime's on the way. Ime's on the way, but
and does a great job where it's like seamless, I think Ime might be 5.
Yeah,
that's going to be
Ime's on the way, but like
Ime defensively,
I think they will.
crazy.
Yeah, I think they will do it again, but I got to make sure they do it again. Because if they start off half like they did, and then, even if they turn it up again, like you still can't be getting off to those slow starts. Because eventually that's going to catch up to you, and you're not.
I think that was a.
But I think they'll be fine.
I think that was them figuring out Ime. Like Ime's not going to allow anybody to slack on defense, and he was trying to instill that early. Takes a little bit. You know, Jason Tatum probably ain't played effort defense since he was in high school. Like, you know, you gotta really get that to those type of guys and really make them do it. And he did. Like, once they figured it out, it was lights out from there. I think bringing in Brogdon, I think that's like the ultimate running back team I think I've ever seen.
Don't worry, Mel. I'm still putting the TikTok together. All right. I don't know. Mel called it before it happened.
Oh, right.
Brogdon trade?
The Brogdon trade.
Yeah.
I wanted them to get DeJounte, but Brogdon's also great.
Now, I don't think we.
DeJounte, y'all would have had to give up more.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gave up more. You know for sure because
100%.
They
Rob
got
Clutch
DeJounte for a little bit of nothing. I think
not a little bit of nothing we got Brogdon for.
Yeah,
we got Brogdon. We got Brogdon
for Daniel Theis.
We got Brogdon. We got Brogdon for a
bag of chips.
For a $5 Subway footlong.
Nah, not even a $5 so a hot and spicy bundle from McDonald's. That's what
they didn't give up anything.
Yeah, hot and spicy bundle. That's what Johnson gave them.
Yeah, in comparison, it was a lot more than Brogdon. But I don't like in terms of just the trade at face value. I don't think DeJounte went for a whole bunch that the Celtics couldn't do and still not be like any worse.
But I think,
I prefer, I think I prefer that they did.
What also too? What's the
assets and
also too? What's the difference in contracts?
Yeah, you get the same type of player for less of damn near everything. Like you get a comparable player for less.
No, but I'm saying like for DeJounte, depending on what his contract or what he wants, y'all might have had to give up more to make that happen.
True.
Brogdon, I think, has a year left or something, and then DeJounte has
he ain't getting paid more than DeJounte, so.
Like Brogdon, he is. Yeah, he is. Brogdon, I'm pretty sure because he's
That's crazy. I did not.
Didn't Brogdon get a check for going to the Pacers? Got a nice little check.
He did. He got a nice one. I think he got 21 per. Something like
nice
that.
Little check.
So what's DeJounte making? He ain't signed.
I mean,
I'm looking it up now.
DeJounte might be around.
Look it up. Could just be better than him. Like DeJounte's not that far away from Malcolm Brogdon as a player. Like Malcolm could just have a better year than DeJounte Murray.
And he could be a better fit.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like as far as play style, or like
no? Like I think him being on the Celtics, he's a much better shooter. I don't know if he's a good defender. He's not like DeJounte, but he's still a good to great defender. Especially in that system, he's going to probably.
Oh, so you're just saying fit-wise, it's not.
Yeah, like he won't be that much worse than DeJounte Murray. I just would have liked to. I would have liked to see DeJounte there.
They said Murray got
not that guy on defense.
64 mil. So okay.
He's not. He's not.
Brogdon is getting
super crazy, but I think he's better just because his frame. He's more of an athlete. So at this point, because Brogdon was getting hurt, Brogdon's a little bit more hurt. Okay. At this point, DeJounte is a better athlete, lankier, quicker hands, things like that. But like you put Brogdon in that defense, he's going to be elite. He's gonna be.
That is the thing with Brogdon though, staying healthy because he been missing hella games lately.
I think.
But I mean,
if the
Celtics lose Brogdon, they're still fine, which is why I think
they are. They are.
Mm-hmm. This is the
like
perfect.
Everybody talk crap about Smart being a point guard. I think this is probably his best year for them.
Malcolm Brogdon is making 45.
Damn.
That's
he got
crazy.
a bag. He got a little bag.
Wait, like 45 for the entire contract or just this year? Like if that's just
the
this
value
year?
of his contract is worth 45.
Oh, okay. So then.
Nice little check. I mean, the Pacers had to give him something to go to Indiana.
All right, so there are talks about Ayton to the Pacers, and they said the deal is really close to being done.
For Miles Turner?
I don't know.
No, he unrestricted.
They said
I don't like that.
Miles Turner they are looking to move him too.
Oh well, if they move Miles Turner, then I like it. But if they don't,
they'll move him. If they get Ayton, I don't see how they.
Yeah, it'll be a signing trade.
Remember we talked about it. Talked about it. That I said that they weren't looking to trade him. Then it came out like 2-3 weeks later. It was like they're looking to move him.
I love it. I just love it simply because Tyrese Halliburton gets DeAndre Ayton, and I love that.
Oh, they're gonna give him an offer sheet.
Yeah, if they give him an offer sheet, then they can't do a trade. They just have to.
They're giving him
Miles Turner
offer
separately.
sheet. They're gonna give him an offer sheet or execute a signing trade.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why Phoenix would give him an offer trade when they literally said, "We don't want you back. We're not paying you." Like, I don't understand why
they're just matching. If
but if they match him, that means they gotta keep him.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they
Phoenix
will.
Has never been
I don't think
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Yeah. That's why I don't know why.
Phoenix has been a bad front office though. They always have. They've always done great players.
They've been good lately, but this is weird.
Like what they did with the whole Steve Nash, Quentin Richardson that whole thing, that was handled like probably the worst I've ever seen anybody handle such a great team. It was them and
they wanted Shaq there. They wanted Shaq there, and then it didn't fit. I think that was Steve Kerr actually. I'm pretty sure that was Steve Kerr.
Like that's bad.
So do you guys like Ayton to the Pacers?
I like it.
I mean, they'll make a play-in with him now. They'll be a little bit better than mid, but
they'll make the
even if they don't.
Whatever makes Tyrese Halliburton look better, I'm always here for that.
I don't know.
What do you mean, BooWop? Where do you think they're gonna be?
I don't know.
You think they don't make the play-in, or you think they're like guaranteed playoffs?
They finished 25. They finished 25 and 57 this year.
I definitely don't think they guaranteed playoffs. Like
into the play-in.
So I think the Pacers with Ayton can make the play-in because you look at the teams that were in the play-in. I think Charlotte's not going to be as good.
They better.
Without Miles Bridges, no, they're not.
That pissed me off.
Without Miles Bridges, no, they're not.
Why not?
And then
just LaMelo. And Scary Terry, they're not better than the Pacers.
They just came out and said that the Hornets might be still willing to offer him a contract.
Did they get rid of Gordon Hayward?
Did they? No, they haven't.
Yeah, I'm not vouching for Gordon Hayward.
He plays like 20 games a year. So
I'm not doing that with Gordon Hayward. I'm sorry.
Gordon Hayward looking like another Parsons Chandler.
What are we saying about
Parsons?
I'm saying the Pacers with Tyrese, Buddy.
Once he got injured in Boston, that was it.
I think he
played
like a 9-10 seed play. The same spot that Charlotte was in.
I like Gordon's game. He just
Gordon plays well when he's healthy. Like, let's not forget when he was healthy in Charlotte, he was playing extremely well in the beginning.
For sure.
He just can't stop getting hurt. Like he just is going to get hurt.
That's why I'm like, he don't play
honestly,
20 games.
Let's not do Gordon Hayward like he wasn't immaculate healthy. Like he's very great.
He's good. I like his game.
But like
that's
what y'all said, that man can't stay healthy. It's the
He
same
can.
thing with AD.
Save his life.
Like if you can't stay healthy often, then I'm not going to believe you about to do it all of a sudden.
No, I can't. Let's not compare him
take
to AD though.
But then AD.
No, I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying like injury history. If you
I don't even think their health history is the same. Like, because AD's played like 60 games quite often. Like Gordon Hayward was just like littered. Like he was tearing.
I don't remember
his whole
last
body.
time he played that.
Bro, twisted his foot. Then he tore his ACL after that.
He did something. He
broke his
hand.
Season-ending injuries, like damn near back to back.
Yeah,
I get it, but
he played the first game, broke his foot for Boston.
Came
played
back
like
the
the
next
first
year,
20
played
in
50
Charlotte.
some games.
72. He actually played a decent amount, but he was not getting minutes. And then he played
But
52,
he made
44.
our team worse too.
All I'm
Yeah,
saying, your
that's
ceiling is a 9
Y'all
or
made
10
your own
seed,
team
like,
worse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
Don't be
okay.
playing
I'm
team.
just
How,
saying
Megan?
that don't guarantee me nothing though. That guarantee me that you could be an 11 or 12 seed as well.
Yeah, like I feel BooWop when he says.
I mean,
I don't know either.
Just
I
bad.
agree.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's look at it real quick because
when you're that bad and then you didn't do anything to make you that much better, I just have to see you play.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
even
like,
if they don't
I mean,
make the
that-
play-in,
I mean,
I don't
that's
think that's
fine.
what they. I don't even know that that's what they're striving for because they just got what's his name in the draft, Benedict Mathurin. They'll get another good pick even if they miss the playoffs. Like
that man has a fire
and they have
name.
Jalen
His name's
Smith.
Benedict
Jalen
Mathurin.
So
do you think
do you think all the people that made the playoffs this year, do you think they most likely are just going back, like all 8?
In the East?
In the
the
East,
top
do you
four
just basically
for
think they're
sure.
going back?
The top 4 aren't even a question.
Miami, Boston,
And then-
Milwaukee, Philly, Toronto,
Those are-
Chicago, Brooklyn, and ATL. Those are
Yeah,
Toronto
I think they're damn near pretty much live.
I don't know what Brooklyn for sure yet. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't say Brooklyn because we don't know what's going to
and
happen.
KD is going to be there, but
And Atlanta,
but playing for
like
sure,
this.
right? Playing for sure.
Atlanta, I would
I'm
say
like
they make
this.
the
Play-in,
I
because
gotta see
I'm-
Atlanta play.
Because I'm iffy on Atlanta. I think
Yeah.
Cleveland's gonna make it as
I
long
gotta
as
see
they
them
stay.
play.
But Cleveland's
I want to
making
see
it.
how the
I'm iffy on Charlotte.
Yeah,
And then
they're-
I don't. I will
Charlotte-
never. I will
Charlotte is
never
like the
believe
iffy
in
team.
New York. I will
Yeah.
never believe in New York.
But I
Yeah,
don't.
Low-key,
I don't know.
They
might
got
be better.
Bronson. I
They
don't
might
know.
be better than
I will say
Indiana, bro.
this though.
It depends on the system around him.
I would be nowhere
Is
near
Tim still
shocked
the coach?
that New York's better than
Yeah,
the
they
Pacers.
probably
Like
can.
I would be
No,
nowhere
not
near
at all.
surprised
What's wrong
with
with
that.
this?
Not at all.
There's
Like
nothing wrong
like,
with
if they
Tibbs,
were
but
like
like
10 games better than them, I'm not shocked about that. Like whatsoever.
No,
Facts.
especially after adding Brunson.
Yeah, like
nah, like
They're-
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm not.
Chicago
finishing.
finishing
I feel
second.
like when it comes to New York,
Second
I feel
behind
like-
last.
I feel like they're gonna get Brunson. Brunson's gonna
Second
they're just gonna be
behind
mid.
last.
I think they're.
I
And
can't
then
see
like
them.
the
lose.
only
I can't
other
see
team
them.
that didn't make the playoffs that I think can be in that range
Negative
is
last.
Washington, because they were top 4 before Bill got hurt, and they just got better. In my
So
opinion.
another team better than
the Knicks are
Indiana.
closer.
You would think that, Gbaby. They got your boys. They
They-
got your boys.
Drake.
Monte and
Monte finna start now. He
Barton.
finna show people.
Oh, he
finna
is,
show people
yeah.
he likes that.
Shout out to Kuzma.
Nah,
man. I
chill
like
out.
Kuzma.
What you mean? Y'all finishing second behind last.
I really think Washington
Who?
better than Indiana though. Like I don't think
Chicago?
That's
Yeah,
Not
that's
even-
what I was about to say.
Chicago
No,
not
that's
even going to be in the damn conference list.
Like-
Go look up the list because Chicago going to be missing. That's where they going to finish at.
Indiana is the most
Damn, you think
He's
so?
gonna be in.
team ever,
Thanks, who?
bro. That's like
Nah,
the-
you
they
right. I'm
always
with you. I
in the
I
middle
get
of the
you.
pack every year.
I get you.
The
I
bro-
just think I don't know. Maybe that's just me because I really like Buddy Hield. I think the fact that
Appreciate
he's
it.
been traded up, down, left, right, and center, or
Who?
he not him. I'm sorry. The fact that like people just don't believe. Well, no, he has been traded left, right, up, down, and center.
But
He's been
he
traded like
was
twice.
Because he was with
He's been
he
traded
was
like
he
twice.
was with the Pelicans. Then he got here to the Kings, and then now he's over here. Like I just think Buddy Hield, like for me,
He got traded for
Not
three.
really.
He got traded for 3 straws and a biscuit.
he was with the Kings, then
But
Pelicans.
the Pelicans trade is a little
Sabonis.
different. He wasn't really Buddy Hield then.
All right.
Like you feel me? Like he was tradable.
He's a rookie.
back then.
He's a rookie.
He was
He's
definitely
literally a rookie.
tradable.
No, I guess just my thing is I
They
think
ran
Buddy
the
Hield is
East
a-
while KD was.
Like me
Nah, Buddy
personally,
Hield's
I look
offensive
at
game
Bill
is
as
super
like
underrated.
that's what I'm saying. Like I think like the fact that he be moved so much, I'm just like, man, he's low key a lot more valuable than this, in my opinion.
I always had this
So
take. A lot of people think it's bad, but if you would have given the same freedom to Buddy Hield that you gave to CJ McCollum, I don't see why Buddy Hield couldn't have been that good.
Absolutely. I
Like
agree.
his
I
offensive game in terms of scoring,
I agree.
great.
Hey,
Like,
say-
Wait,
say that again.
hold on.
If they- I agree. Go ahead.
No, nah. I
Say that
think it
again,
was-
funny.
If
I wanna
you
hear
gave
it, though.
Buddy Hield, like at his prime or his best, the same freedom you gave CJ McCollum, I don't see why he's not just as good.
Okay, I can see that.
Oh,
I can see that.
I can't come up with something to
That's
be
not
like, nah, he'll be
ridiculous.
worse. I
It's
can't think
not
of it.
ridiculous.
Nah, yeah, I 100% agree. I thought he would be that
I
good.
I can't get with it. They were complaining. They were complaining
what, Nigel?
that
Go ahead,
I was saying they were complaining like when Luke Walton was the coach that he had the ball in his hands too much. Like they was trying to make him a playmaker.
But who was complaining?
But he's not.
Well, because he wasn't as effective. Because we saw him in, I think it was 2019.
but he's not a
playmaker. In Portland. Like if you put him next to Dame and gave, because CJ had a lot of scoring freedom next to Dame.
Okay, that's
you
not
put him next to Dame. I see him playing.
Buddy Hield is not. Buddy Hield is not a number one option.
That's not that crazy.
Yeah, because when they traded him in that Boogie trade, they tried to make him the number one option. I'm like, okay,
yeah, he's not that.
You're not that guy. But I think CJ McCollum for sure he could be.
Okay, I don't think that's
ridiculous for me.
You think CJ should be what? You think CJ?
I think he would damn near be a better defender too if you put him in a halfway.
Buddy for sure. Yeah, Buddy yes. A better defender.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're both.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, I thought
I'm talking about offense too. I feel like Buddy Hield could get in that same bag. Buddy Hield is like that, bro. Like offensively in terms of scoring, he's like that.
I don't know if he can skillfully and play make like CJ, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think the skill for scoring, I think they're like neck and neck. Like I don't see too much difference between those dudes.
It's just unfortunately I think he was hooping when he got to Indiana. To be honest, I thought he was doing all right. So
the reason why I could say he could be as good is because of the defense. And I think he could still be a 20-point scorer, but I just think CJ a little bit better offensively.
I think it's marginal both ways. Like
he's better passing. Like we saw him with the Pelicans this year. He was
because you think CJ better than Donovan Mitchell, Gbaby?
No, that is crazy.
That's
you got off that, didn't you?
I stopped expressing.
He on it all the time.
So basically, I said he's not a top 5 shooting guard. And I was like, all right, CJ1 is pretty much the only one.
And you kind of shot yourself in the foot with that.
So what I changed it to was Paul George as a shooting guard now to show that
Buddy or D Mitch is crazy.
D Mitch. I'm saying the point was if Buddy Hield, like he said, if Buddy Hield had that same opportunity and all that, you think he could be right on par with CJ. So if that was the case,
he would be in the same tier as all funny.
That D Mitch take was nasty because you kind of shot yourself in the foot. Because if you said that CJ was better than D Mitch, then he just has to be better than Jamal Murray, and that's just not true at all. And that goes against
who's not better than Jamal Murray?
It's close.
Wait. You said he has to be better than Jamal?
If you're saying CJ's better than D Mitch, then CJ's most certainly better than Jamal Murray because D Mitch is a lot better than Jamal Murray.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
and you shot yourself in the foot.
You know what? We're not gonna get in this bag. We're not gonna get in this bag because
argue that.
Look, you call me flop take. I am never going to say out loud that Donovan Mitchell is better than Jamal Murray. I'm never going to say that out loud. Call it feelings like you want. I'm never going to admit that.
Do you think Shai Gilgeous is better than him?
Then Jamal, wait.
You called him Gil Glacier?
I have openly admitted that I don't watch enough. I have openly admitted that I don't watch enough of Shai Gilgeous or OKC to make it because I don't see the big hype about it. But a lot of people love SGA. I don't watch him enough to be like, oh yeah, he's nice like that, or like, hey, he's kind of.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's the problem. You can say it's a problem, but that's just me being honest. So I can't. And I said, coming into this next year, I'm gonna pay attention more, so I can give an accurate thing. But I can't give an accurate description on how I feel about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I can't because some people be calling him like.
I don't know why I do this.
I feel like some people have him like super high, and some people have him super low. But I can't make an action. It's really just how I feel that day. How I feel about it. I don't want to do that with Shai Gilgeous.
Glacius.
That's so funny. Yeah,
BooWop, right now, I would say I think Jamal Murray is better. But I know that's gonna sound crazy.
Even though he knows.
Which is why I don't argue it.
Better than who?
Yeah, see the way
better than SGA.
Which is why I don't argue it.
Oh, I'm stuck on Donovan Mitchell.
Do you think Darius Garland better than
It's not that crazy. It's not too crazy.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't think it's too crazy.
So you think Darius Garland is better?
I would take Darius over Shai Gilgeous right now.
You're crazy.
Listen,
now,
let me,
that's how
I want to still step
But I
on
just,
Gbaby
but
versus
wait,
Jamal.
you're saying it's crazy. I get it, but I just explained why. I just explained I don't watch Shai Gilgeous like that, so I don't
hate
like. That's why I don't like talking about him because can't give an accurate description of where I think he ranks in the league. Point guards, top 30, top. I don't know. Like I don't know that much about him.
Nigel, you watch him, right?
I do.
You watch Shai, right?
Yes, I watch
all the time.
If I put
Shai Murray, I'm with
on that Cleveland team, how would that look?
Oh, they would be better.
Well,
but I don't think
Nigel just said he doesn't think it's crazy that I don't
think, but it's weird. I don't think he's better. I think he's more defensive, so that helps them more. And he but I don't know if he's like.
I think for what Cleveland needs, Garland's better. I think for what Cleveland needs, Garland's better. But for what the Thunder needs, Shai's better. That's how I see it.
How I do really see it is I do need to see one more year from Darius, right? Because I got to see it. You do it twice. That's me. Yeah. I need to see you do it twice because he had a great year last year.
Yeah.
But defenses will figure you out, and I just want to see if he's going to adjust. So if he does, then I can definitely see why, especially because I do think what he does is a little bit different from what Shai does. And I think it's more beneficial to what Cleveland needs.
Absolutely.
So, but I do think Shai, from what I've seen the last couple of years, is a slightly better player because he's just proving more.
I think he makes them better because they're already tall defensively. Because he doesn't miss a lot that Darius has. Like he's not missing a whole bunch that Darius provides. He makes their defense like even better, and he doesn't take away from their offense. So I feel like they would be slightly marginally better because now you have someone who you can't really get past. And if you like, in front of him. And you're not gonna get past the people behind him.
Yeah, and I don't hate what y'all are saying. I'm not saying like, oh, y'all are wild for that. Like, but like, I know I've watched more of Darius than I have of Shai. I understand Shai is a great talent. You know when the last time I genuinely paid attention to Shai was CP3.
Clippers. Oh, okay.
Yeah. When CP3 was there. Because I was watching the Thunder. No, I was watching the Thunder win games that I was like, bro, how are they a 5 seed? Real talk. That's the last time I paid attention to Shai, if I'm being honest.
You ain't see that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like truly paid attention.
Bro,
I know he put up numbers.
Bro, after All-Star break.
You know, but that's so like, yeah, that's on me. And I don't have no problem saying that. Like, that's why when we get into these Shai debates, that's why I don't like that's why I don't like talking about him that much. Because I'm like, I'll watch him next year and I'll make my decision off of that.
But
you know what I mean?
That's fine. That's fine for me.
I'm a secret Jamal Murray. Not Stan, but I'm a secret Jamal Murray guy.
Yeah, you got to be secret.
I like Jamal Murray a lot.
Because
I think his ability is like there. Like I don't think there's a lot he can't do. And
we talked about it last time. Yeah,
I think there's so much he can do.
Yeah, I think he has to do it. He just gotta do it. I can't just be like put you over guys just because I want you to do it. Like I have to see him do it. That's it.
I mean, he was averaging 21 before he got hurt, but fair enough.
I mean, that's but he did have a month where he like didn't crack 10 points for like 8 games, and that was bad.
That was his problem. Yeah, inconsistent.
Yeah, he had a slump. Was that to start the season? Because I know he started off slow.
It might have been.
He cleaned it up by March. He cleaned it up by March.
He started off real slow, and honestly, I blame that on because I think a lot of people who played in the bubble late into the bubble, I think they all started slow. Except Jokic.
That's not crazy.
Jokic came out the gate. I was like, okay, bet.
But Jokic
normally starts slow, which is crazy.
Yeah, so when he came out, and I was like, we dropping 26 now. All right, bro. I ain't gonna complain about it.
Jokic is Iron Man. Jokic has played 120 games, a bunch of times. He's just Iron Man, bro. He's played mostly all the games in the season, and then every game in the playoffs, he's just durable.
No, he never gets hurt.
He's just durable. So the bubble was just a regular day of office for him.
All right, so I hate looking at numbers, and you guys know. Shai versus Murray.
Oh, that's he watched.
Why are we doing that?
I know
4 seasons because I just love doing it. I just love to see it. You know, Shai Gilgeous Alexander versus Jamal Murray. Alexander 4 seasons, Jamal. 5. In those seasons, Alexander is first, Murray is second, so I have to keep repeating their names. 18 to 16 points, 4.5 to 3.6 rebounds. 4.3 to 4.8 assists. I love that assist number because Jokic has them all. Steals 1.1 to 1, and then blocks 0.73. That's interesting. But what I wanted to bring up was the Donovan Mitchell versus Jamal Murray, because that's a little bit more interesting to me because they both played 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's very stanky. I'm not
that's
gonna
not
lie.
even a convo to me.
They both played.
Y'all can say it's not a combo. That's fine.
Hold on, G.
You can say it's a Jamal bias. That's cool.
Hold on, G. They both played 5 seasons. One's been to the playoff 5 times. One's been to the playoffs 2 times. Right? One's been to the playoffs. But
I will say when they play
wait.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I need to put context to them.
Let me finish. Everybody in here is basketball fans. They know the 2 times. They should know the context, bro. The Mad New Yorker back in the building. I love seeing that name probably.
You've been hurt for the last 2, but it's okay.
That's fine, right? So 2 times in the playoff, Donovan Mitchell 5 times. Right. Glad you knew, Gbaby, who it was. Points, 23 to 16. Rebounds, 4.2 to 3.6. Assists, look, some 4.5 to 3.9. And this is collectively in those 5 years. So I say that to say, like, even if you look at the impact, how do you think Jamal Murray,
hey man, Gbaby, tell him,
who's like a third, maybe 4th option on his team when you really look at it?
But when they played each other, who looked better?
That's fine. It was
I'm not doing that. Hold on. Let's
both
look. You know when they hush the crowd? You ever seen Tom Brady go like this?
No.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let's see third or 4th option?
They were both going stupid.
It was like even.
Do you want to know? I can tell you who your 3 is. I can tell you who your 3 options are. Nikola Jokic. Nigga, that's your 3 options. Jamal Murray is your 4th option, bro.
That is
like
crazy.
When all else fails, go to Jamal Murray. That's why Will Barton and those guys looked so well this year, because Jokic had to pass it to somebody else.
All I'm saying is when Jamal Murray was playing in the bubble, they was not comparing.
Say that again. Say the first part again. When he was playing in what?
Hey, look, we're not gonna do the
no.
Bubble
Say it
slander.
one more time for me.
The bubble. Look.
Oh, okay. That's the thing that protects you.
We're not gonna do the bubble slander. That's not.
I'm not like we gonna slander that. But
we're
like,
not gonna do the bubble.
Hey, LeBron's championship ain't
right. We're not gonna do the bubble.
Yes, it is. You slander it all the time.
When do I ever slander LeBron's championship?
And I would say this about the bubble though. The bubble, it was real, but at the end of the day, you cannot act like everything that happened in the bubble was real. You just cannot do that.
No,
that's
no.
the only
I
thing.
agree.
I agree with that.
Because a lot of it hasn't carried over. A lot of that shit.
I think the difference.
Jamal,
that's unfair with Jamal. He been hurt. It's not like he been playing and just ain't done it
before he got hurt.
What?
Was he not hooping before he got hurt?
No, he was.
Yeah, he was he was having.
What you mean?
So what are you saying?
How was it unfair? You was just saying
no.
He got hurt.
Definitely. Like,
what did you say? What did you say after BooWop was like? It didn't translate over.
So
like Jamal Murray was having his best season up until he got hurt in March.
I don't call the bubble an asterisk though. I don't do that.
Like he wasn't.
I don't do that either.
He was averaging 21.
I think the lockout season was more of an asterisk than the bubble.
It was.
Bro, that series.
Both of them.
Both of them are.
I'm just telling you what he was averaging in the regular season.
Everything that affects this season is an asterisk, and it's not like when it's not a full season. Like the bubble, the pandemic happened, but to have no crowd, like people got to understand. Like I get it. Like you can say the bubble was fair on all fronts.
It was.
But when you're talking about players that are used to playing in a certain type of way, year in and year out, year in and year out, that shit affected them, and it wasn't the same for most people. And that's why other teams had it easier, because other people were trying to get used to it because they ain't used to it. Where other people like LeBron could just block that shit out. PG couldn't block that shit out. That's why he got the pandemic P. He couldn't block it out. It affected them, not having a crowd there, not traveling, all that they get used to. They prepare for that mentally. And to not have that there, they're just sitting in an open gym, and it's just like whoever can shoot the ball better, whoever can make more baskets. So even if you ask those guys, it's like, it was real. We competed. The best team, you could say the best team in the bubble won. But at the end of the day, all those things that go into winning the championship were not there. They weren't there. Even in the lockout years, those things were there.
But
like,
I think
you still had to go to the
that
playoffs.
adds a
You still had to go on the
degree of
road. You still had adversity. You still had crowds booing you. Like, all that shit matters. Like, that matters in the game of basketball.
Degree of difficulty, though. Speaking on Paul George, he couldn't get over it. I think that adds a degree of difficulty. Yeah, it adds a.
But they're not asked to do that. Like, you're asking somebody to do something.
The lockout didn't add difficulty at all.
But no, the difficulty does not outweigh. The difficulty outweighs what happened in the end goal because so many players were affected by it.
No, it's still an asterisk, but I'm saying the lockout is a bigger one.
Yeah, it was no, that's fine. That's why I said they all are asterisks. It's just about how big you put it on it. But you can't sit here and be like, oh, you know, the bubble is the bubble. It should count. Like, nah, you got to really look at it and be like, all right, like teams had
we're
advantages.
not slandering the lockout year.
No, I'm with you. All like you could put an act, but to me, it's not an asterisk. But what happens is when you guys, like you said last episode, when we're doing the list of championships, where do they rank? It's at the bottom for me.
Because the lockout year had 38 teams in the playoffs. Like there was
that's what I said. Those championships, the meaning of those championships are at the bottom of the list for me.
But the thing is,
you know who won both of those?
But the thing about the lockout year,
I'm a joke.
You got
Tim Duncan?
Huh? No, LeBron.
LeBron and Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan won in the lockout year.
Too.
Yeah. So I said Tim Duncan won in the lockout year.
About those 2 years in particular, though.
No, they shouldn't be.
Nothing dramatically happened that year that didn't happen dramatically. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. Like everything that kind of happened the year prior happened the same way. Like LeBron didn't have a terrible year, a player just miraculously had an incredible playoff run in 2011, then it didn't happen in 2012. Like everything was consistent. Like
the only thing that happened is the East was getting free playoff looks in the lockout because they was beating up on the Bobcats every time they saw them. Well, like that Bobcats team won 7 games. Every team almost got 20 wins on them. Every team almost got 20 wins.
Yeah. I agree.
That brought people in, and they were bad because they were that bad because of the lockout.
I agree with that, you know what I'm saying, that logic. The East, but that's just the East to me. Like
that is just the East. The West, I think the West had like a way more difficult time with the
Absolutely.
They do.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm just saying, all I'm saying about the bubble still, though, is I just can't.
Yeah, you can't act like the factors don't change things. You can't act like that.
Yeah, that's all.
Some people, they act like the bubble is just like all like it's at the top, and it's like
two things can be correct at the same time.
No, two things can definitely be true.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But Jamal was definitely getting compared to Jordan in the bubble,
and that
was that's wild.
No, he was.
Donovan Mitchell was not, and I'm gonna stand on that. We ain't gonna argue about it.
I'm not.
You can't say it, but also he's better than him from that one series.
I'm not doing that.
They were both getting compared. Let's be real.
When he did this
in
right
that series,
it was real. They was real
against the Lakers. Against the Lakers, I can't argue with that. But man, they were both doing historic stuff.
They was playing out
Look.
I just don't like Jamal slander.
This is all I'm gonna say. Y'all can disagree with it all you want. All I know is, last time we saw Jamal in the regular season, man was hooping. Last time we saw him in the playoff series, he was hooping. Until I see otherwise, I have no reason to believe if he gets back in that.
I'll give you this. I think he was finally figuring it out. Finally.
I agree.
Yeah, because he has to play with the guy who, hogs the ball.
Yeah, but
hog the ball.
Hogs the ball is crazy.
Well, he gets all the assists.
If anything, that's giving up the ball, not hogging it.
Hogging all the damn assists. I'm gonna be a point guard if I can't point.
Can I ask you a question about Jamal?
He's not a point guard.
Go ahead. Do you think that Jamal as a player could benefit in any way without Jokic on his team?
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like in another situation?
Like in terms of it, like himself, not
and get some leadership.
In terms of
individual
player.
Absolutely. Because I do think like playing with a guy like Jokic is kind of like playing with LeBron, right? Where you got a guy that's going to be the point guard no matter what. And if you are a point guard like Jamal Murray, you might not be able to showcase your full talent. Like because I just think Denver's system runs better with the ball in Jokic's hands. Like Jamal just
it definitely does.
In fairness,
that's the only reason why it runs.
Jamal Murray came in as a shooting guard.
And he's always been a shooting guard.
But they just moved him to the
guard
point when
masquerading
Jokic, we changed the roster around and Jokic became who he was.
But Jamal Murray,
if he's a shooting guard, then I won't laugh at his assist no more.
Jamal Murray's playmaking goes underrated. His pick and roll play goes underrated.
You want to know why his playmaking is underrated? I can tell you why his playmaking is underrated.
Why?
Oh my gosh, Troy.
Because you barely see it.
He is pushing the Jokic ball hog shit, and I love it.
That is crazy. I hate it.
I'm gonna give it to you. No, he's going there.
I respect
Move. I want to give it to the other guy. Jokic.
I never heard anybody get slandered because he likes passing the ball.
I'm not slandering nobody. What are you talking about?
Jokic was definitely feeding Jeremy Grant a lot more than Jamal Murray, and that was kind of nasty. I'm like, damn, like you're not fucking with
Jeremy
Grant
in Denver.
Golly.
Nice.
I'm just
don't remind me about Jeremy Grant in Denver. Don't remind me about.
It's not slander.
Hey, he did y'all filthy. He left y'all high and dry, Bucko.
Don't ever talk about me. Talk to me about winning Jeremy Grant.
And now, what is he doing? He a bum. That's what he doing.
No, he's on
nothing.
He's on Portland, ain't he? Didn't he go to Portland?
Oh yeah, now.
He had his best year.
You know what? I'm not going. They might make the playoffs. I see.
But he had to go get that money though, man. Like
we offered him the same contract. I don't know why people forget that. We offered him the same contract.
He didn't want his center running the offense.
Y'all offered him.
He wanted to run
$13 million less. That's what y'all did.
It wasn't $13 million less.
Yes, it was.
You would think Nuggets can finish like top 3 this year in the seed?
Do I really? Nuggets healthy? Yes, we've been top 3 the past 3 years.
I think.
Why would I think anything different?
They've been top 3 every year.
Since we've been healthy, since we lost to Minnesota in Game 82, we've been a top 3 seed, 19, 20, and 21.
Yes.
Why would I think anything different?
Golden State, Dallas, Phoenix.
Dallas ain't not Dallas.
Memphis.
Get Phoenix. What? No, Phoenix. Get Phoenix out.
Portland.
The reason why they're not better than Dallas is because
New Orleans. But stop sleeping on New Orleans, bro.
As long as Jokic is on the court, they're better than
we
Dallas.
We won 48 games without MPJ and Jamal.
It's only 2 teams I think could be better, and that's probably the Clippers and Golden State.
I agree. I
didn't even say the Clippers, but no, I'm putting Dallas there. I'm definitely putting Dallas there.
Teams in the West.
I can't put
Denver's better than Dallas.
I can't put a healthy Denver is better than Dallas. The way they construct, they got to do something right now. The
Nuggets
who they just got? Dallas just got
somebody.
Their
power forward.
Christian Wood. They got
that's
Christian
nice,
Wood.
but they
Spencer Dinwiddie gonna be in the system for a whole year. Those guys gonna be selling. Hardaway gonna be back.
You know
what? Without Hardaway, they got the 4th seed. I don't know. I think they could finish 4th again. Golden State could finish 2.
That's fine. That's fine.
Healthy.
But I'm predicting top 3.
We don't know if the Lakers move Westbrook and get Kyrie.
Hey, look. The last time
healthy, we don't know. New Orleans.
The last time we saw Zion playing, he was hooping. So
he was a bucket, you know.
I've said the Pelicans with a healthy Zion can be a problem.
Little tad note.
You ain't gonna like this either, Gbaby.
Little tad notes.
Nobody worried about the Timberwolves, man. They're gonna be a 7th seed again.
Okay.
I mean, Gbaby, you can say that, but the only person keeping y'all better than the Timberwolves is Jokic. That's the only person keeping y'all better than the
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all bitch.
The only thing keeping the Lakers from 0-82 is LeBron. So like I can do the same thing with all these teams.
That's not true. That's not true. Because if LeBron wasn't on that team,
if you take LeBron off that Lakers team, it's Pelicans 2.0.
If LeBron wasn't on that team,
they won games.
Okay, obviously not 0-82. That was hyperbole. But I'm saying they would be a top 5 lottery pick without LeBron.
They would be better than y'all without y'all best player.
I disagree.
I got a question. What?
Oh, wait. Maybe now because we don't have Monte and Will. So maybe now like
wouldn't do it.
Monte and Will.
Y'all be
Monte and Will.
Wait. Isn't this the same podcast that always want to talk to me about? Hey, look, you got to look at the coaching and the system that they in.
100%.
I'm saying the Monte and Will was still there.
Don't say the podcast. Say it to me. That's my line.
When Mike Malone still the coach and Monte and Will was still there, yeah, we'd be better than the Lakers without LeBron.
And you allow
yes, we'd be better than the Lakers without LeBron.
If you
now without Monte and Will, Because I gotta see Bones. I'm the same one that said I honestly wish we wouldn't have got rid of Monte because I'm not sold on Bone yet. He's nice, I see potential, but I'm not sold on him as our backup point guard yet. We got KCP and Bruce Brown, which are going to be great for our defense, but they not offensive creators like Monte and Will.
Damn near a shooting guard.
I'm not gonna lie. If you take LeBron off that team and you allow Russell Westbrook to have Wizards level usage again. Like they're most certainly better than the Nuggets.
With Austin Reeves and Lonnie Walker, nah.
Westbrook, full control, AD, pick and roll.
I'm not hearing that.
Hey, stop playing with Thomas Bryant, man. Stop playing with Thomas.
Man, I ain't hearing
Oh yeah, they might make the playoffs. Word.
They might.
What?
I'm not.
Nah, that's wild.
If you take LeBron away and you give
Russ gonna go back to averaging a triple-double.
When Lonnie Walker and Austin Reeves. When Lonnie Walker and Austin. Yeah, I'm not hearing them.
Why you acting like they dirt or something?
That's the better.
They okay.
What is the Nuggets then?
Hold on.
I said with Monte and Will Barton, we're better. Now without
no, you're not. How?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nigga, Monte Moore's some mid.
Better than Lonnie Walker?
No, he's definitely better than Lonnie Walker.
Better than Lonnie Walker, bro. Let's move on.
It's Monte Ellis for real though.
Like Monte Ellis.
What was this guy? Monte, what you talking about?
Monte Ellis.
Monte Moore.
He said, "Who the hell is this guy, Monte Ellis?"
Bro, let me know who Lonnie Walker is. Man.
Let me know who Monte Morris is, bro.
Bro, better than Lonnie Walker. What are we doing?
Isn't he the third brother? Is he not the third brother?
Hey, what?
The third brother.
Wait a second. So basically,
screw the Morris brothers too. They both.
Basically, what you're saying is that the Wizards, the current Wizards, when Russell Westbrook was there, the current Wizards would be better than Russell Westbrook, AD, and like a LeBron team where he's not there, like a LeBron without the Lakers. Like,
so Russ with Bradley Beal and
Lonnie, Thomas Bryant, and those guys over there are worse than the Wizards.
Yes, they would.
With Bradley Beal and KP or was KP there at the time? No, KP wasn't there. It was Russ, Bradley Beal. KP wasn't there. Russ, Bradley Beal, Spencer Dinwiddie,
Thomas Bryant.
Gbaby.
Who was the other one?
That's crazy.
You know Monte Moore's not better than Lonnie Walker, right?
Gbaby is.
The Lakers would most certainly be better than
we can move on. I'm not doing this with y'all.
Hello?
Monte Morris is
better
than
Trent, what?
Monte Morris is better than Lonnie Walker.
And then you give Russ Thomas
How about how much?
What?
By a good amount. I'm not going to
lie.
By a good amount.
What are we doing?
Monte, hold on.
I'm not
better than Lonnie Walker. Yes.
We wilding right now.
We're not going to.
That's why I thought y'all was something.
Yeah, I don't care about the difference between Lonnie.
I don't care either.
I want to hear what BooWop got to say. Hold on, guys.
I want to hear.
Like, what the fuck,
bro? You almost had me through. We talking about Monte Ellis for a minute. Hold on. We're talking about Monte Morris, right? The backup point guard guy, right?
The one that started, yes, this year. Better than Lonnie Walker. So is Will Barton.
He was sharing. He was splitting minutes with Campazzo.
If you
he can't play 48. Let's not do this, bro. He can't play 48. He gotta hit the bench sometime.
He's saying say if Will Barton and Monte Morris stayed on that Nuggets team without Braun,
yes, they're better
with
than
AD and Russ, the
Nuggets
would be better.
Lakers. Yes,
that's
better than
boy.
Lakers.
Hell no.
Yes, they are.
He's gassing them. He's gassing them, but I'm not about to hear him compared to Lonnie Walker. That was my only thing.
Right.
Lonnie Walker is a solid player. Monte Morris is a solid player, but neither one of these guys are making or breaking nothing.
So you're talking about.
I never said they're making a breaking. I just said they'd be better than
the way
the
you talking, Monte breaking something. The way you talking, Monte breaking something.
LeBron, they are the teams that wasn't doing nothing. That's what they would do.
Wait a minute. Who got the best player on the court right now?
Come on. Best two at that.
Is Russell Westbrook not better than any other player on the Nuggets before if you take Jokic out?
You can say that.
Yeah, he is.
AD's better than everybody on the Nuggets too.
I think the collective unit of the Nuggets are better than the collective unit.
You damn near don't have to take Jokic out, and it's still.
Bro, we're not talking Bron.
I don't know about all that, but
we're not talking Bron.
I don't know about all that.
Bro, you scared Bron, AD?
So 2020 AD not better than Jokic? I think he can get back.
No, we're not doing this.
Listen. Hold on, Trent.
2020 AD is not better than Jokic. We're not doing this. We can move on. We can move on.
Hold on, Gbaby. Hold on, Gbaby.
I'm not doing
It's
this.
close though. I can't say
it's close.
It's better than the other. It's close.
Yeah, I'm not trying to discredit 2020 AD, but he's not better than Jokic.
No, wait, Garb. It's just no Jokic.
2020 AD.
Yeah, but we're talking about
2020
now.
AD was a top 5 MVP candidate and a top 3.
I think AD can get back to
2020 AD. You said was a top 5 MVP candidate.
I don't know.
Who won the next two? Yeah, I'm saying who won the next two?
Yeah,
Jokic is a 2-time MVP.
We're talking about Jokic now. Like,
yeah,
you can't say
2020.
No, I'm saying right now, Jokic in 2020 AD, I'm not really too sold on Jokic being that much better than dude.
What did school
I'll
say?
say Jokic. It's not a gap.
What did school say?
It's not a gap.
He said,
that's why I said damn near.
2020 AD better than Giannis.
AD might be the
That's
best.
fine. That's fine. No, I don't.
AD better than everybody.
School said Giannis like 7th right now, and I'm not hearing that shit.
He said
prime
AD is better than Giannis. That TikTok is ready to go.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying even that take is not super.
No, it's not. It's not.
Just like what Funny Fat Boy just said. That's
that's why I was bringing it up. That's why I was trying to bring it up because it's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous at all. But I'm just saying
it's a close.
I'm not trying to discredit 2020 AD. By the way,
the only thing I would say Giannis and Jokic do have, they had more impact to their team success than AD. As far as
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
They're on-ball playmakers.
Yeah, so that's what hurt AD.
But I will say, you give him Russ and give Russ usage rate.
Yeah,
he definitely gets back to 2020 AD.
I want to know. I want to know what other player can Jokic play with and he has success.
Steph Curry.
He can play with a lot of players that have success.
Name somebody and he's probably having
LeBron.
Name somebody.
Hey, get everybody out the top 10. He can play with them.
Name a non-center he's having.
No, I think what Troy means
Zach
is a player that can play with him and be
championship contender.
Their peak like version of themselves. That's what I think Troy means. Like I think Zach. I don't think everybody. Like,
except Giannis. Everybody except Giannis.
Yeah, that's the only one I don't like.
I don't think
give him any time.
You don't even hate Jokic and Giannis together.
So how would Luka and Jokic look? Luka and Jokic.
That's actually a good point. Probably Luka and Giannis are probably the two worst people.
What about prime James Harden and Jokic?
But Steph,
James
I think,
Harden's
could
too ball
be
dominant for
phenomenal. Kevin Durant could be phenomenal with Jokic.
You know what?
Because Luka and James Harden are the
Steph Curry
exact
would
same
be
player to
great.
me.
Kevin Durant with Jokic?
I was waiting for Kevin Durant. I was waiting for because that's the obvious two. Steph and Kevin Durant. But then you can start knocking people off that list. Like, okay, like you think Jokic's game is going to compromise him because he's a passing big.
You know why I don't think Jokic?
Giannis, Luka, and Harden are the three that we said that I kind of don't like.
No, I think Harden would be all right simply because Harden is prime Harden. He attacked the basket a lot, and he was privy to using a lot of.
Yeah, but he's ball heavy. That means the ball.
No, he is. I don't think he would. I think he would. Jokic wouldn't get as many like
Kyrie Irving.
But I think Jokic is efficient enough in what he does. Is he doesn't need a lot of points to do it.
I think of the three guys.
Affect the game.
I think Jokic and Donovan Mitchell works together.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it does. I don't want to see it, but it does.
Like Luka do not be passing the rock. He don't.
It works, but I don't want to see it.
No.
Like James Harden in his prime was really passing the rock. He'd go a couple plays without even shooting the ball. Like
I really don't think Giannis and Jokic would be that bad a fit.
My point
it's
of
not that bad.
Question is,
I don't.
My point of asking that question
too.
Yeah,
my point of asking that question is no one's talking about which one's going to have to sacrifice something out their game for the other because somebody's going to have to sacrifice.
I think Jokic would
sacrifice. If Jokic gets with KD, none of them are sacrificing a thing.
I don't think they're sacrificing.
They're not.
That's what I said besides the top two, Steph and KD, yeah, you can say that. But I said once you get past those two, you start trickling down.
But here's the thing about
I don't think they can play with Paul George and they don't sacrifice a thing. I think
he would definitely have to sacrifice his passing because Jokic is a better passer than him.
But it would work, like because Jokic is a player that doesn't need a lot of shots. He's very efficient. So like he can affect
I agree that he is very efficient.
Or a small one.
Yeah, he's a
the only thing Jokic would have to give up is scoring.
So somebody like
he would just have to
would
give up
probably
scoring.
average more.
But
And even without
back
scoring,
from 20,
he was so effective.
He would go back from 27 to 20.
But it's not about it's not about he will have to give up scoring. It's he will have to give up something. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at people like I didn't say LeBron in this because even if you give him a young LeBron runs things. So it's Jokic ain't gonna have no say in what goes on with the team or how Bron uses him in sets and stuff like that. That's just my opinion. So like when you look at players that's easy to fit into an offense like KD, Steph, you could draw plays around Steph because Jokic already sets picks, runs to the basket, and does all that stuff. I'm not saying he probably tired himself out, so he's gonna need a little bit more rest to keep up that play style. But when you really look at players, top 10 players, like they're going to take away from each other. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because it could ultimately be out. But I just would like to know, like, because I know there's players in my head that I could see Jokic winning. He would definitely win a championship with.
I don't have Jokic would be the Chris Paul to every other scorer. He would sacrifice, but his effectiveness would not change, or like his impact on the game wouldn't change.
So, do you think? And this is more directed towards Gbaby. Do you think if Murray immerses into that player that you're saying he is, Jokic sacrifices and lets Murray take more of that
Well,
load?
that's what I wanted to happen. Yeah. It's just Jokic came up after the bubble started dropping 26. So I'm like, I'm not going to complain.
Jamal Murray hasn't given him a reason yet.
Yeah, but like that's what because Jamal, and I just checked it right now. Actually, Jamal was averaging 26 in the bubble. Right. That's what I wanted to happen. I wanted Jamal to be our main scorer. And let Jokic keep his cool.
Yeah, I just wish you could say Jamal Murray was averaging 26.
Well, you're not going to be able to say that until he shows Jokic that he can be consistent.
Yeah, until he does it outside of the bubble. Like,
that's why I'm just saying.
What did he average the year he got hurt?
He was averaging 21.
We
21. Okay.
21.
And we talked about this on all this.
It was high at that point. Yeah.
We praise. Well, Gbaby praises Murray for his performance, but we don't really talk about TJ's Warren performance in that bubble, and I wonder why.
Because didn't he come back? What did he come? I mean,
and now the Nets got him, so KD stay there, and he could do that.
I think it's because TJ at face value isn't as talented as just like Jamal.
I agree.
Like Jamal Murray,
and he's on the Pacers.
Jamal Murray was going into the bubble still talented. TJ Warren was going into the bubble TJ Warren and left talented. Like that's not the same. Like Jamal Murray went into it. Like
no, I remember TJ Warren showing out before the bubble, and people were saying he could be something.
I thought
the only thing I'm not gonna lie. Only thing I remember about TJ Warren before the bubble was his little beef with Jimmy Butler. That's what I remember.
But he was balling. I mean,
he was good. No. He was probably like a 20-point scorer.
Yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't good, but like
the potential was
he wasn't nothing special.
Talk about.
He was in Indiana, so
I agree.
Other than
he wasn't
if
nothing.
You're not like going crazy. Ain't nobody gonna talk about you in Indiana.
Yeah, Indy. He was averaging 40% from the 3-point line and 53%.
That was a dark time though, because I used to get in heated arguments like, why in the world are y'all acting like TJ Warren is so much better than Tyler Hero? He's not. Like, and it was frustrating me, bro. Like,
in the playoffs in 2019, 20 points off of 47 and 36 from the 3-point line.
One person was just clearly better, regardless of like their numbers, and one person wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I say. I just still think like when you look at Kawhi and Paul George, right? You knew when them two players got together that something was going to have to give, but it was going to be like points per game wise. It wasn't nothing like in their games that you knew that they was going to have to compromise. They really didn't. Like they worked well together.
Games just one more than the other.
I get that, but that's not Jokic. Like, if we're putting another star or a superstar into the system of the Nuggets, the way it's already built,
right? But you got to realize the way that system is played through, like it's still like healthy for other players to come in.
No, 100%. But a lot of systems are like that. Good role players shooting 3-and-D guys. A lot of systems is like that, and they just have the prevalence of having a big man that's that good of a passer, and also having a shooting guard or point guard, whatever you want to call him, who can also pass the ball when Jokic is
I mean, but even before, like, because I'm saying, like, let's say they get another star, right? Even before they got into the bubble, Jokic was averaging 19.9 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
He could easily go back to that, and they could still be.
I think Jokic is only doing what he's doing because he has to, not because it's like that type of guy.
I think he would easily give up scoring, like easily, like.
That's not his game, to be honest.
I was saying like Jokic was never meant to be a 26 and 12 and guy. He just can be. Like what I don't think
he was 26 and 11.
When you want to win a championship,
and then this year was 27 and 14.
But that's where I was going with it too. Is like, what chances do the Nuggets have winning a championship with the system that they run right now?
It all depends on health.
You just have to add better.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying if we don't factor in health, every team's healthy. Where do you see the Nuggets? How can you see the Nuggets?
It would all depend on how good Jamal Murray is going to be.
They just have to get better as a team. They're just not good enough. Like their unit.
Yeah, I think that's why they made key moves. I think that's why they made important moves.
If Jamal's playing the way like they had a stretch like once they traded for Aaron Gordon, they were like. They looked like the best team, and then they struggled a little bit, and then they got hurt. Then Jamal got hurt.
Yeah, because Jeremy Grant left, and I was like, damn, that's hurting us. That's the only reason we traded for Aaron Gordon, because I was like, dang, we need somebody to fill that hole. And unfortunately, Gary Harris offensively wasn't cutting it. That's why we shipped him off.
Gbaby, let me ask you a question, because you're a Nuggets connoisseur. I'm not a fan. So how would you feel about like in a world where they replaced Jamal Murray with Colin Sexton? Do you think your team gets better?
That. No, I think it's the same. I think it's the same, and I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it because I have emotional ties to Jamal Murray because he's been my guy since he got drafted. He's the reason I got back into the Nuggets because I liked him back in Kentucky. Because there was a small period where I really wasn't watching Nuggets games. I can't tell you what we was doing. Like I knew we won games when Ty Lawson and them were there, but I can't tell you what we was doing after we traded Melo. I can't. So Jamal Murray getting drafted made me get back into it. But like Colin Sexton, I think Colin Sexton gets a lot of hate. A little bit undeservedly. I mean, you can say that. You can say that, and I don't hate it. But I'm taking. I can't do that.
Maybe
it's not ridiculous. It's not,
I think he does almost everything that you guys say is the problem with Jamal Murray is not his problem. Like he has none of those problems. He doesn't have a consistency problem. He doesn't have a streaky problem. He's one of the last healthy year we saw from him was a very consistent, efficient shooting guard year.
Okay, but
on a bad team.
I feel like Jamal. I feel like the consistency thing with Jamal. I feel like that little start he had at the season, honestly, I feel like everybody that played long in the bubble started off slow. I feel like the Lakers came out slow. I feel like Jimmy came out slow, so like I'm not holding that against him.
It came out slow after a 3-month break.
That's not a long time.
That's what? Wait, was it 3 months?
When did the bubble end? In October?
I wouldn't consider 3 months.
Or September.
It was 3 months.
3 months they had a break, and it was
2-3 months.
It was
I ain't really
So I'm not gonna lie. Everybody that played long in the bubble,
what is long in the bubble? I don't understand.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Got far. Like we're eliminated after round 1. Okay. Like because there was like a graphic.
So it started. The fatigue started.
I just think at face value, Colin Sexton is a better
was complaining about fatigue. AD was
complaining. A normal offseason is like 5 months. 5 months.
So everybody was.
Yeah, but it wasn't an off season. It was a break.
You talking about old players?
No, I'm not talking about from the season to the bubble.
They literally had a season in the middle of the season. Pandemic hit. They took a break and then resumed it, but just went to the playoffs. Had a couple of games to find out.
You're talking about.
And then went to the
before the bubble, not after the bubble.
No, I'm talking about during the damn bubble.
Yeah, like that the break that they took when
they had a break. Pandemic hit. They took a 3-month break and then in the season, and then they came back.
I don't consider that a break.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, that's a break.
I thought you were talking about after the bubble because I was like, that was a short.
I don't consider that a break because NBA players have came out and
they had a draft and free agency and all that. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't consider the in between
summer league.
It was like
I don't consider the in between a break simply because a lot of NBA players have came out and like said that we still had to stay in like pristine basketball shape. Like there was no real break other than not playing.
Yeah, but that's working. That's working your body out, keeping your body in shape.
They were playing full-fledged NBA basketball games with their teams. Like they had to do that, like because they didn't know when it was coming back. They didn't know if the league was going to come back in a month or 3.
So came back.
So then I will go back to my question. Then, if they were playing full-fledged basketball games, meaning they stayed in shape, they were ready for the playoffs, why did they get fatigued in the second round?
I didn't say in the
Because they're
second
just
round.
not
I'm
that
saying
great.
when they came back.
You said
when they
you
came back
said the
that
teams
new
that did
season.
not. You said the teams that
Yes,
did not.
okay, so
That
the
made it
teams-
out
Yeah,
of
I
the first round.
don't talk about fatigue.
I'm
in
just
terms
going
of
on
when it
with
was
what
No,
you
but
said. That's all.
and all I was saying was because the teams that I heard that were more disgruntled about it was Miami, LA, Denver, and maybe not Boston. I didn't hear much coming out of that. But I know those 3 teams, specifically more LeBron, because he's more outspoken than all of them, was like, dang, this offseason finna be real short. We just played all these games. This offseason finna be short. Like, LeBron was thinking about not coming back.
I remember the
for the start of
conversation
the season.
after. No, I remember the
Yeah,
conversation
so that's all I'm
after.
saying.
And that's why all those
and that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Those
talking about
people-
them playing a season. The season stopped right in the middle before they finished in, and they came back and continued the season and played the playoffs. That's what happened.
and he's saying
That's all
and
I'm
I'm
talking
saying-
about.
and I'm
They took
saying
a
the
break in the
follow-
middle because normally only break you get is an All-Star break, which is a week. It's
Yeah, but
1
I'm not
week you get a break.
Yeah, but I'm talking about going into the next season. So Lakers won the chip.
Yeah,
That next season,
that's what I was
a
talking
lot of
about,
people
personally.
started off slow. Like Jimmy had a slow
Oh
start.
no, I thought you was
Jamal-
talking about in the playoffs. That's why I
No,
said.
no.
That's
No,
why I
not-
told
no,
you to
not the
clarify.
playoffs.
I'm like, what round? What do you like?
No. Yeah, no.
Alright,
I'm
that's
talking
on
about
me.
after
That's
that.
on
No,
me.
I'm talking about after that. That's why. So
That's
when he's
what
talking
that's
about
what I
the
was referring to.
inconsistency, yeah.
Yes.
So when he I feel like a lot of people started off slow to start that season. So I'm like,
I just think
Yeah, bro.
that Colin Sexton does not have a streak problem, like a streaking problem. I think if you pair him with Jokic as a shooting guard, I think he has a better year than he had at his best year. Like
Nah,
I think
I don't.
Why not?
He's not gonna have the shots because at Cleveland, you just said it. He had all the opportunities.
He
he's
still
not
had
gonna have a
able
more
to put
productive
up-
year.
I
He's
think
not
he
gonna
put
have a
up,
more
what, like
productive year, but
24?
he'll have a better one. So he won't have a more productive year, but he'll have a better one. I think
I
he'll average a
disagree.
little less points, but he'll be more efficient. And people kind of get the wrong idea of Colin Sexton. I watch Cleveland. He's not some ball heavy type of dude. He plays off ball great. He plays good defense for the height that he's at. And he shoots the ball well. He finishes the ball well. He shoots the mid range well. He doesn't do anything bad.
I mean, I'm not.
He
I'm
does
not
everything like really great, actually.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with your point, but I'm just looking at his best year and I'm comparing it. Like you take out Jamal and put him right there. Like
I just don't think.
he's not. He's for sure.
He's
for sure not taking the amount of shots that he is.
I would say he would get probably 20, about the same amount of points as Jamal, 21, 22.
That's fine.
And I think he's a little bit less efficient from the three, but he's already less efficient from the three, period. I think he's way more efficient from the field. And I think like his three does go up because he's gonna have a lot better looks than he did in Cleveland. He might have less, but he'll have better. So he'll take less but make more. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily disagree.
I'm not saying
that's why I said it's the
crazy,
exact
but I
same.
just
That's why I
don't-
said it's the exact same. But I
I can agree with the exact same. I can feel
But
that.
I would rather have Jamal.
I would rather have Jamal as well,
Sexton's
but
better,
I-
and I'm
it's
pushing
not-
and I'm pushing that agenda. He's better than him.
Y'all ready to get to this TBT?
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Who we got?
The 95 Rockies versus the 2011 Mavs.
Ooh, it's gonna be a spicy one.
Jason Terry, the playoff demon. Yes, sir.
The same team that LeBron choked against.
Facts.
Come on, what's up with Cub?
I thought you said you was gonna say choke. Like, what's up, bro?
Who, me? I have never said no. That
Choke
is a
is-
choke.
I didn't see no glizzy.
Yeah.
It is a choke. Yeah.
LeBron ain't deserve that, man.
What you mean LeBron ain't deserve that?
No, we just saying that because
he's gotten all the slander. It's time to put it to rest. It's time to put it to rest.
I'm just reminding
I
people
just don't
in the
like when
chat.
people say
He done proved
That's
himself
wild.
after that. You cannot hold that one thing against that man after he done went on and won 4 after that mishap.
It's time to put that to rest, man.
All right.
No cap, golly. Hey, golly, no cap. No
Yeah,
law.
anybody who doesn't think that low key is probably
No law. No law.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I
yes,
mean,
94,
hey, we about
95
to
Rockets.
find out what these guys think. Let's get into it. All right, 95 Rockets versus the 2011 Mavericks. The order is Trent, Nigel, BooWop, Funny, and then Gbaby.
I think this is pretty one-sided.
finally I'm last.
Yeah.
Is
you
it?
like
I don't
coming in.
know.
I put you last because your
Closer
name
to
starts with L, so last baby.
Nice. I hate going first.
All right, so 95 Rockets, 2011 Mavs, Trent, offense.
It's a tough call, gang.
Houston.
If this is
Nigel?
I'll say Dallas.
BooWop.
Dallas.
Oh, funny.
Dallas.
One-sided. Gbaby.
Dallas.
Defense.
Houston.
Nigel.
I'll say Houston.
Dallas.
It's not. Okay.
Funny, you have to BooWop every round. So.
Houston, only because of Hakeem, literally.
And then Gbaby.
I'm not gonna lie. They're gonna go with Dallas.
Better coach.
Who the fuck was the Rockets coach?
Yeah.
Rudy. Tom
That
Johnson.
should answer your
Oh,
question.
yeah, do that
right
play?
there.
Yeah, he used to play for Rudy Tom Johnson.
Yes. Yeah.
That should answer your question.
And who was the 2011 coach?
Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
To coach that team,
I'm
what
going
they
to
went
Houston.
through that
I'm
year.
going to Houston. I'm going to go Houston.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Dallas.
I'm going Dallas.
Better bench.
Oh, better.
Fuck, bro. I'm gonna just say Dallas.
Houston.
I can't. I dead can't remember, bro. I'm not going on.
I think it low-key is Houston.
Yeah.
It low key might be.
I'm low-key going. I'm going Dallas.
Because Sam Cassell, I remember was on that team.
All right, Trent, you went who, Trent?
Oh, I said Dallas first.
All right, and then Nigel, you said Houston.
I said Houston. Yep.
BooWop, you said Houston. Funny, you said Houston.
Yes, Houston.
And then Gbaby, you said
Dallas.
All right. Six man.
Who was Dallas 6-man? And
Was
I
it
think
not Terry.
No.
Oh.
I thought Terry started.
I got a big shot.
No, I think
Houston.
Was Robert Horry the 6-man for real?
I think so.
I think he was starting.
It wasn't Vernon. It wasn't Vernon.
It might have been Vernon Maxwell.
I think it was Vernon
I'm still
Maxwell.
taking Vernon Maxwell. Was tough.
I thought Terry started. He didn't start?
Terry.
I don't think Jay.
No, Matt Hatter said that. Matt New Yorker said that it was Horry.
Yeah, I'm going Houston. That's one. Oh, Houston.
Wasn't JJ?
I'm going.
It was either JJ or Terry. I don't know which one.
No, it's Jason Terry. I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, I was about to say if it's Jason Terry.
But Jason Terry started.
No.
Robert Horry was starting. He started all 22 games of the year in the playoffs.
Yeah, Jason Terry might have been up because it said he only started 10 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Dallas had the better 6-man.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas too. Then if it was Jason Terry, Dallas.
I'm going Dallas.
Nigel, I didn't hear what you said.
I said Dallas.
Playmaking.
Houston.
Dallas. Okay.
Dallas.
One-sided. Toughness.
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
I don't like the toughness shit though. I mean, like, yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to determine it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to determine.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Houston.
Are you saying toughness like how tough it was to get to the playoffs? Or
No, just like I think like toughness of the
How
team.
tough they are.
Oh,
I guess. I don't know.
Houston. They played in the league where niggas could knock them out. Houston.
That don't mean they tougher, but I'm going Dallas.
I mean, tougher than Dirk.
I get your point though. No, I get your point though.
Dirk didn't have to be tough. He had the fadeaway, one leg up, can't touch it. Chemistry.
Houston.
Dallas.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't.
How?
I didn't want to do
We're not gonna act like Clyde didn't get traded mid-season and they was barely getting.
There's one person they won a ring the year before.
They did.
Chemistry.
That just winning a ring doesn't always. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like they just added one more piece, bro. Like,
but that's like a key piece.
They also had Vernon Maxwell leaving in the middle of a series because he didn't get to finish the game. I'm not taking that chemistry.
And Jason, like they weren't winning much, but
I'm gonna say.
I mean, they were together for a minute.
I'm gonna go Dallas because I think Houston won more on Hakeem's talent than they did on the back of.
Yeah, you couldn't stop Hakeem. I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I said Houston though.
I'm going Dallas.
Who would you rather play?
Dallas.
Oh.
I'd actually go Dallas. Yeah, I'd go Dallas.
Dallas. I'm afraid.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dallas. I'm not trying to play.
I'm
not trying to play Hakeem.
Exactly.
I have to go Dallas.
Who wins?
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see nobody stopping them.
They get one game. Dallas gets one game. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna go.
And we also said that Dallas wouldn't beat Miami.
Oh, what? No shit.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
I'm kidding. I'm going to Houston.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
All right, y'all can discuss if you have anything.
This shows. You know what this shows? Hold on. You know what this show? Matchups are everything, bro. Because we all said Houston against each other. But I feel like Dallas as just a team is better.
Yeah, it was better. Yeah,
against each other, I think Houston is giving
because like
work.
Dirk has that nigga's in the box. He's not.
But before people kill me on the Dallas thing and why I think they would win, it's more so of the logic of like twos are more than threes. Like I think they get up more shots and make more threes. And the game plan of Houston, it was old school. Like they was.
That's what I'm saying, Garp. I don't think they stopping each other either way.
I think Dallas kind of gets more points. Like, I don't think they stop each other, but I think Dallas ends up with more points at the end of every game.
I get your logic on that the threes are more than twos, and
100%, Gully.
They could possibly. The only thing is, I think that Hakeem would neutralize Dirk in a way that, you know what I mean. Like he would neutralize Dirk. Like I don't think he would. Dirk. I'm not saying Dirk wouldn't have some good games. I just think Dirk was unguardable.
You'd have to find a way to get him off him, and I don't think there is many ways.
I feel like you just bring Hakeem to that perimeter.
That's the thing that put that team in particular over the edge. That year in that playoff run alone, Dirk was literally unguardable. That's what put them over the edge. Like
Dirk was unguardable. Yeah,
he was unguardable.
Everybody was playing their role. Everybody was playing their
role.
Exactly. Everybody. Sean Marion.
It was 18 to 32. The Mavericks.
I low key think it would be Hakeem versus Dallas, so to speak, like more so than the other way around. But
I don't know.
It would be predicated on the role players like playing perfect a lot. Because as soon as you slip, Hakeem is cooking you like it's a wrap.
Honestly, I really really feel like they get one game. Like,
damn,
we know you think that, Trent. No, but I get it.
If when they played Shaq and Hakeem was wild and averaging like what 30 and 12.
No, Shaq and Penny to sweep them is crazy.
Sweep them.
I
and
agree.
he still had Clyde doing his thing, and then Robert Horry he would have.
I
think it's more or less not about
one missed free throw. And that's a different series.
That's why
one made free throw, and that's a different series.
I think the games that they play are so different.
What are you talking about?
What old boy Nick Scott or whatever his name
is?
Nick Anderson. He made one free throw in that series.
Oh, he's choking.
Nah, I'm just saying though. You gotta admit. Okay, but let's admit he missed 4 straight. That team was never the same after that. He was never the same after that.
I mean,
I don't think you can compare.
Bro, I consider it, bro. But
because if they make one of those free throws, they win that game. It's a different series.
You can say that about the last nigga. If John Starks actually showed up, the Knicks win. They beat the Rockets.
Oh no, if he makes 3 shots, they're winning. If he makes,
I think you can't compare the two. Like you can't compare Hakeem beating other teams that were better than the Mavericks simply because, like, I think the only difference is the difference in the way that these two teams play basketball.
It's match.
It's
just
different. Like,
it's matchup.
It's matchup.
I just think that like neutralizing them. Like I think Hakeem's a good defender, so I think he would neutralize Dirk enough to like.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. Like, how well do you think Sean Marion could have defended Clyde? I think he could have did a pretty great job.
I don't even think Clyde a problem.
Could have been fine.
All he gotta do is force him left, and that's how you shut him down.
I think Dirk.
I could do that.
I think
that unit is just really good, and they were just playing great brands of basketball. Like like the Pistons minus the defense. Their offense was just a great brand of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the difference. Houston wasn't always the greatest brand of basketball all the time. Like
it was a lot of Hakeem. But
it was mainly Hakeem.
Hakeem can win you a series by
a lot
himself.
of Hakeem and kickouts to Kenny Smith in the corner and all that good stuff. Like it wasn't.
I didn't even realize Robert Horry was giving you 17 and 10. That shit was.
Yeah, Robert was him. I don't know. People kind of play him out.
Hall of Famer, Troy.
Mr. Not Hall of Fame, Robert Horry.
Hall of Famer, Troy.
He ain't no Hall of Famer.
Wait, who said he was a Hall of Famer?
Big Shot
not a Hall of Famer.
Oh, we got the segment up next.
I got the papers ready now about Big Bob Horry. Pop that in your mouth. I don't care what you call him. I don't care what you call him.
Could have guarded Clyde.
He got 7 rings, maybe 2 of them. You could say.
I get G-Baby. I get that. Like
5 of those things was on somebody else's back.
I mean, Clyde better than AI, but like, come on, we battling on Clyde now. Like, let's not.
No, I'm saying because he saying Sean Marion, all we gonna do is be like, go left, and what?
Yo, I got a question. Did Big Shot?
No left.
I got a question. Did Big Shot Bob hit a big shot in every 7 rings?
No.
And I think he hit a big shot with them against the Magic. Am I lying? Am I wrong?
No, he's talking about every. But I ain't gonna lie.
And like in every chip he got,
big shots
and every chip he got, I think he got one in every year. Every year he got.
If you hitting big shots in like 3 out of 7, that's kind of a lot.
I mean,
that's huge shot. Yeah,
that's kind of a lot.
I think 3, 4. Yeah.
The biggest one.
I genuinely think he has one every year.
The one that comes to my head is the one against the Kings.
That means
the biggest one.
That's the biggest.
So you're not the best player, but we gonna draw something up.
No, that's fine because he was a knockdown shooter. But what I'm saying, there's a lot of knockdown shooters, bro.
He didn't start out as
there's a lot of them that not getting something drawn up.
But that's fine. Vince Carter didn't start as a knockdown shooter either.
But they're not. But there's a lot of knockdown shooters that's not getting something drawn up for him. Like he ain't drawing nothing up.
That's fine. But big. Listen, I'll take nothing away from Big Shot. Big Shot Bob's game. But to sit here and say just because this guy has 7 rings, he's not getting in off his big shots in 7 rings. Like, I'm sorry. Like
I think he had a decent enough.
It's gotta be impact throughout the whole game, not just at the end of the game. You hit a big shot and then he impacted the whole game. No, he didn't. Like, how was he? Where was he battling with those guys? Like, I'm not saying he's not a part of it, but he wasn't an important part of.
But the Hall of Fame is easy to make though. So like that's my thing. Like
yeah, but he's not in it though. He's not in it though. He's not in now. It's all the NFL. So I mean, all the NBAs. He might get in the NFL's. Gbaby keep wishing. But let's get to this safer out. Let's get to this safer out. Who we got today, guys?
Mark Aguirre.
Mark who?
Oh, I thought BooWop was going to answer since he's the one who sent it.
BooWop don't remember what he sent.
You're right, but I did remember this one though. Chicago.
That's what I was like, he low-key made the whole thing. That's what I was like, I hope he knows.
Everybody know who Mark Maguire is here?
Yes.
Baseball player.
I know
Mark.
Mark Maguire.
I know both of them. But
I know both.
Reguire.
They called him the Muffin Man?
All right, the Muffin Man was drafted by Dallas. The Muffin.
They call it Fat Daddy and shit.
Fat Daddy was drafted by Dallas Mavericks, the first pick overall in 1981. His career, he played 923 games, averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3.1 assists, shot an average from the field of 48.4%, 31.2 from the three-point line, and 74.1 from the free throw. His efficiency field goal rating was 49.8. He's a 3-time All-Star, 2-time champ with the Pistons.
Mark Aguirre was bad boys.
You named the other players we did for Safer Hour real quick.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not done yet?
Not done yet.
I got you.
Mark Aguirre was him. I ain't gonna lie.
Best games. Yes, baseball guy like Mark Maguire. Best games. Regular season. Minutes played 51. Points 49. Rebounds 15. Assists 17. Steals 5. Blocks 3. Steals 5 3 times, blocks 3 6 times, offensive rebounds 9, Defensive rebounds 13 4 times. Field goals made 21. Field goals attempted 35. Three-pointers made 6. Three-pointers attempted 10. Free throws made 14. Attempted 20. 8 turnovers. Playoff
49, 15, and 17. That's a monster game. Jeez.
That wasn't all the same game. It's just his
career
career
high. It's his career high. That would be
damn. Like,
you're like, man, this man was hoping that.
This guy is crazy. This guy's in the hole.
He got a 49 triple.
LeBron.
Career
James Harden-esque.
Career playoff career highs. Playoff career highs. Minutes played 51 points, 39 rebounds, 17 assists, 10. Steals 3, 4 times, blocks 2 times, offensive rebounds 8, defensive rebounds 17, field goals made 19, field goals attempted 30. That was the same game. 3-pointers made 3, 2 times, 3 points attempted 5, 2 times, both against the Bulls. Free throws made 11, attempted 13, turnovers 6. What did you say, Trent? You said you want all the other guys that we did in Hall of Fame?
Yeah, like we're saying, like.
Wait, safe or not is like
I'm not gonna lie.
His shit
kind of look like
yes.
His shit kind of look like a better, little bit better version of Joe Johnson shit with less with just the rings.
So we did.
I'm saying look at stats by stats. Just look at the whole career shit. Like I'm not trying to be nasty.
We did.
Bro,
that's a little mad.
It's a problem with me and Trent on the same page because, like, bro, this man came out 18, 24, 29, 25, 22,
yes,
25, 25, 18, 21.
I think the direction that y'all going, I agree with the direction you guys are about to go with that. I agree.
All right, so we did Casey Jones. He was out. Yeah. Robert Horry, he was out.
Ain't Casey Jones a Disney Channel show? Oh, that's Casey Underpaid.
He's got more gold than you.
No, I just don't know who that is. I never heard his name.
Casey Jones was a backup on the Boston team with Bill Russell.
Yeah, he averaged like 4.7 points.
Robert Horry averaged 7 points. Jamal Crawford was out. Rajon Rondo, Rondo, he was in.
Can't believe Jamal didn't make it.
Kevin Johnson was in.
That's kind of filthy.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Chris Webber was out in.
What? I
was about to say,
what y'all doing when I'm not here? That's crazy.
Chris Webber.
Antoine Jameson was out.
Yes.
Andre Iguodala
should be in, right?
Was in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mark Aguirre in.
Yeah, he is. He's in.
Aguirre's not in, and the Pistons harmed his Hall of Fame case more than it helped it.
Oh,
why? Why you say that?
Because he was on Dallas. He was 26 a night. He wouldn't have won nothing. But you don't gotta win nothing to be in the Hall of Fame. You have to be like statistical dominance could get you into the Hall of Fame. If he could have averaged 26 for longer, he would have been more so in the Hall of Fame. I think that's what dropped his stats, why they look close to Joe Johnson, because he had to give up so much to play with the Pistons.
He came off the bench there because they had their team though. They had their team. They had
Spartan in Dallas getting damn near.
I'm with you, but his last 2 years in Dallas, he dropped, did he not?
Yeah, he was.
I think
Webber's in.
He did.
Yeah, I think Mark for sure, man.
I say
Chris Webber.
I've seen so many people like him that are in that I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna
but
say
if Rondo's in, I have to put Mark Aguirre in. If Rondo
stayed in the benchmark.
If Rondo
why are you doing this to Rondo though?
Now, I know, right?
I'm not saying that Rondo's a bad choice.
Like Rondo.
Rondo is in because of 2008. He's in because of that and a couple of assist titles. If he in, I gotta give Mark Aguirre.
Let's not do this with Rondo, man. Let's not do this with Rondo, man.
I don't know how y'all feel about
is Rondo better than Mark Aguirre?
I don't think so.
Just because you're not the better player don't mean you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
So he's in because he was able to be really great on championship teams and he got assist titles. That's why he in. That's Mark Aguirre's better, has more championships, and to be fair,
they got the same
I'm not
amount.
gonna say that.
They got the same amount.
Who?
They got the same amount.
Mark McGuire
and Rondo.
They both got
Oh yeah, they do because Rondo walked into one with the Lakers. I forgot.
What?
Walked in the one is crazy.
Come on, are we?
He was
Walked
hooping.
in the one is crazy.
I'm with him. I'm with him.
He was.
We don't gotta say
walked
what
into one.
He
Before we
sped
not
walked
get it in,
into
God,
it.
we
He
get
didn't
over
run
it.
into it.
I don't. This how bad it is. This
Walking
how bad it is. I really don't know if he was better on Boston or the Lakers. Like for the run, the whole run. Like,
Hey, that's
But wait, hold on, BooWop. Where you getting it? But nigga, why you didn't protect me when I said Jose Calderon could replace him?
That was horrible, Troy. That was not
I
it.
did.
I would have been with Troy. I don't know about that.
But if you would have said
Ricky
Goran
Rubio
Dragic, I'd have been right there with you. If you'd have said,
But you gotta think of who Rondo was in 2008. He was a solid point guard. Like he was not. He was. That's what I'm saying. Jose Calderon was definitely a solid point guard.
I think if you
that
said
team would
Goran
have
Dragic, I would have been.
I gave them
right
3
there
point
with you.
guards. I forget who the third one was, but it was TJ Ford, Jose Calderon, and was somebody else. All 4 of those guys. Harris. Rondo, I
think you said like Devin Harris or some shit.
Yeah, Devin Harris.
Oh, Devin Harris for sure.
Devin Harris,
right there,
Jose Calderon.
Sure.
I don't know if it was Devin. It might have been, but those 4 guys, I said. Those 3 guys said, give me a guy that could go in that system and do what Rondo did in 2008. Rondo didn't do much in 2008. You know, he passed the ball, his IQ, I get that. But if you put Jose Calderon was averaging the same numbers, around the same numbers as Rondo.
Yeah,
TJ Ford around the same numbers in assists as Rondo. I think he averaged 2 more assists than Rondo that year.
I think you need
and then Harrison averaged more assists.
He definitely didn't walk into 2 championships. They traded for him for a reason. Like Adrian Dantley hated Isaiah Thomas. Him and Isaiah didn't get along, and Mark Aguirre took a lesser role on that team.
What years did they?
I think you got to replace Rondo's IQ somewhere.
Hall of Fame. I'm putting Mark.
So the 88-89 season, and then the 89-90 season.
I think you got to replace Rondo's IQ somewhat. Like the numbers just won't plug in and look the same.
Yeah, but Jose, what I'm saying is you can say you got to replace his IQ, but Jose Calderon, TJ Ford, and whoever the other guy was, they're capable. I don't know if it was Devin Harris. I would have to go look. I think TJ Ford, but if you're looking at them just as passers, because that's basically what Rondo did. Like all you're asking them to do is get in their sits and pass the ball to Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Garnett.
But he was making
passes. Yeah, that's true. But who's to say that Jose Calderon can't find an easier way to get those guys the ball?
I wouldn't say it at all.
Who's to say that Jose Calderon, TJ Ford, and whoever other guys they can't find easier ways to get the ball?
I don't agree with that.
When you're you don't have to agree, but when you're in your sets, bro, when you're in your sets and you know who the ball going to, you find a way to get the ball to him.
So when you say that,
it don't matter if it's behind the head, under the
I think you're down.
I think you're down.
No,
you make it seem like Rondo was just a system passer, like it was just.
Yeah, I think you're down.
He ran the play correctly, like.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said if you put those other guys in that situation, that's what they would be. That's what they would be. They would take Rondo's place, and that's what they would be. Because we know they don't have Rondo's IQ to pass the ball, but you can't say they're not adequate enough to get those 3 guys the ball. This has been my same argument since we argued it. You have Ray Allen that's still coming in his prime somewhere up there. You have Paul Pierce still in his prime up there, and KG was coming down from it.
Hey. I'm not gonna lie. I think Rondo's ability to get them the ball was very specific, and I don't know if that is replaceable, so to speak. I think the windows he was putting it in, I don't know if a lot of people.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if
looking
Jose,
at it. You're looking at it as Jose is doing that move that Rondo did, that fake pass. No, I love that fake pass, Rondo.
No.
You don't have to do
timing.
that.
I don't think.
But even the time, but you can't. But you're telling me a guy that's averaging 6.4 assists, which is 2 more than Rondo, can't find the timing to get those 3 guys the ball.
I think those are talents that are underrated. I think there's not. I don't
Chris Bosh is able to get Ray Allen the ball in the corner in a timely fashion, but Jose Calderon and these guys.
Nah, you're
wow.
Wow,
that was an open pass rebound. That is wild. That was open pass off of an offensive rebound. Chris Bosh did not come up in here, run the play, and get him open. That is nasty.
You see what Draymond does, where he'll throw the ball and Stephen Curry's not even in the spot yet. Like the ball meets the spot. Like he can quarterback it. I think Rondo's quarterbacking
Jose Calderon and TJ Ford ain't doing that.
They don't have, but what I'm saying is you're telling me.
I think Calderon's doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely think Calderon's doing it. You guys see
maybe in 08.
I'm be honest. If he could do it, he would have.
He was nice. Like those
but Jose wasn't doing that for his team, though. He wasn't.
Jose didn't have to do that for his team. It's different. That's what I'm.
It's gonna be different.
You're talking about taking the player that Jose Calderon was and putting him into a system that all they needed him to do was get them 10 to 15 points and get the balls to the three main guys.
Not even 10.
Yeah, but that's not.
The question was, but funny. The question was, yeah, it is this all because the question was replace Rondo with somebody. You can replace Rondo with those guys, and those guys still get those three guys the ball. That's the point.
I don't think they win a championship.
You guys are looking at it. Why doesn't it give them a championship?
I'm not gonna lie.
What doesn't give them a Paul Pierce?
So let me ask you a
question.
Let me ask you a question.
You're talking about a fourth option on a team.
Timing and being a player like that is not. Rondo wasn't a player like that because of who he played with. He's a player like that because he's a player like that. If Jose could do that, the quarterbacking that Rondo could do, he would have just been doing it. There's no reason not
he was
to
averaging
do it.
the same
But he's obviously going to get less attention because he's playing in
Okay, but everybody don't get assists the same way, though.
Right,
everybody don't get assists the same way, though.
Baby, and that's the thing that you guys are focusing on. You're focusing on how Rondo gets his assists instead of focusing on the capable player that Calderon is to get into that system and get those guys the ball in their spots. You can't sit here and say Calderon can't get those guys the ball in their spots.
But that's what I think you have to focus on that because at that point you're just replacing stats with stats, and it's never that easy.
No, I'm talking about caliber of player and what they do in this in the time that he played in 08. I'm just picking him up from what he did in 08, taking Rondo out and replacing him with it. And if you do that, like they said, replace him with a player in that year, Jose Calderon goes in and they still win a championship. He averaged the same assists, not that he averaged more points to him. I'm not saying he's better than Rondo in that aspect, but I'm saying in that situation, when you have three superstars,
well, maybe a championship was too far. I don't think it works as well. It doesn't look as good.
Right. I don't care about the way it looks. I don't care about the way it looks.
Not even look. They just don't look as good of a team. Like they would have been worse.
Okay, hold
on. How when he's not the focal point of the team?
Because you can't just replace stats with stats.
It's not about replacing stats with stats. You're not talking about the first, second, or third option on the team. You're talking about the fourth to fifth option on the team. Those guys are easily replaceable. Yes, it does.
No, they're not. When that person is Rondo, they're not easily replaceable.
Eddie House was probably getting more.
That's why Rondo was traded around all those places, like because he's not replaceable. Sure.
Like let's not.
Sure.
Okay, so
if he's not replaceable, why wouldn't the team keep him? Why wouldn't teams want to keep him? Why wasn't other championship teams trying to get him after he won on like?
He's hard to
work.
Right. Yeah, the problem. So
now let's take that. Is Calderon hard to work with? No, so now you put Calderon in a system that gels, and he's not hard to work with. So you can ask him. You can ask him to do this. You can ask him to do this in your system, and he will do it with no problem. Hey, look, this is these are the sets that you need to know. These are their spots. These is where they like their spots. Get them the ball. That's what
I don't think.
Offense ran through Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Garnett.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he becomes as good as that as Rondo. I just don't think so. I think Rondo's talent is that, and it's special.
Even if he
that's what I think. Rondo has a special talent, and it's that.
Jose had
not everybody has
that.
Was
in the NBA.
No, Jose was. If you.
I'm not saying Jose was bad or anything.
But I could go pull up a highlight clip of Jose passing, and you guys be like, "Oh, I didn't know he could pass."
Not even just the numbers.
This is all almost.
I don't like the numbers thing either.
What?
I don't like the numbers thing either.
Oh, nobody's doing that, Troy. Ain't nobody doing that.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. I agree that what I think the team would have lacked within the next couple of years, because I don't think at their peak Jose Calderon was as good as Rondo, right?
No,
I think Rondo was a better player.
And that's what I think I'm speaking on.
For sure.
For that time, that very specific amount of time. That's what I thought we were talking about.
Oh,
I'm talking about 1 year. We're talking about 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
one
about.
guy out and plucking another guy in that same year into that. Like, it's a system that was based off of three guys. Rondo just happened to have the high IQ to pass these guys the ball and do stuff to draw the offense off. I get you. I give him his credit. I'm a Boston fan. You don't see Larry Bird behind me, bro? Paul Pierce is also right next to him. So I get it. I do get what Rondo meant for the team. But I'm telling you as a Boston fan that Jose could have came into that system and did the exact same thing, just not the exact same way. That's what you're focusing on the way that he did it. He can do the exact same thing in that system with
I just think he
peers.
wasn't as smart of a guy, so he would have made more mistakes that Rondo kept you guys from making.
We agree to disagree.
Yo, to go back to Mark Aguirre, why is he like? Wait, to go back.
Yeah, we got to get back on track.
Hey, why is he for sure a Hall of Famer to y'all?
I didn't answer yet.
There's a lot of similar.
I think both Rondo and Mark aren't, in my opinion.
So
that's how we got to
for sure.
Do y'all think Mark Aguirre?
I'm asking.
Do you think Joe Johnson better than Mark Aguirre, Trent?
Probably not. No, but I don't think they both in the Hall of Fame though.
I think he is. And
Didn't you vote Joe Johnson in?
No. No, I don't think I voted him in.
I just said he's in.
I'm not saying he's a lock.
I think I voted Joe Johnson out because I had a whole argument with somebody else.
He averaged 20 points for his career. He closed 20,000 points. He only played 14 seasons. Like, I think he got a solid case.
I think the person that has the most case out of the three.
I keep bringing up Joe Johnson. I don't think we did Joe Johnson.
I think he got brought up in the convo.
I think Mark has the biggest case. Joe
I see.
Joe has a second, and Rondo just doesn't make it.
We didn't do Joe Johnson. I could have sworn I was saying there was some Joe Johnson.
You know I got the book.
Me and Ray had an argument about that because he said Joe Johnson was a Hall of Famer. I said no, he's not. But I'm looking at them side by side. They shit is not that like far off.
Bro,
it's that it was like 1 year Mark had almost averaged 30.
Bro,
I think
Mark
average was that standard of more.
5 years plus 25. Joe Johnson one time did that.
I mean, I get it, but it's just like,
and there's a lot of similar scores in the 80s that were making the Hall of Fame. You talked about, you said Adrian Dantley. No, Alex English was doing a lot of
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm talking to chat.
No, I was Alex English was doing similar things. He just never went to a Detroit.
Never won.
He was just he never won. He never went to a Detroit and like went down, and I think he was just in Denver his whole career.
I think if he doesn't make the Hall of Fame, Detroit costed him because of the production dip.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like,
but I think he has the best case because of prior to Detroit.
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Do you not have like a longer scoring extension though than Mark Aguirre?
Like, for example, the reason why Joe Johnson is a 20-point scorer is because he was a 20-point scoring guy. Like, Mark Aguirre was a 25 to 28-point scorer damn near and had to be a 20-point scorer to be successful as a winner. Like, he had to figure that out. Joe Johnson, he was just that. Like, he was just that.
But do we? I do. You matter of fact, I can't even say it because people penalize D Wade for doing it all the time. D Wade sacrificed. People act like he didn't.
But
have
Mark
to
sacrificed real early. That was the thing. Like, he not real early, but like earlier than
I was gonna say like maybe
a lot of people.
Years.
Like even Isaiah Thomas said it. He was like, he didn't have to do that. Like he could have been on Dallas still hooping and doing what he did. And he decided not to.
For sure.
Like, D Wade was more so like, my body's starting to hurt.
Injuries.
Yeah, like let's kind of get something going here. Mark, he was cool. He was all right. Like he could have been Carmelo Anthony for sure. Like he could have just been that.
I mean, I guess you're right, but how many? It's like it's a double-edged sword. He's a champion.
Catch-22.
You know, he's a champion, but it's people right now that disrespect the hell out of Carmelo for being a 25. You know, he's a top 10 scorer of all time, but people call him garbage. X, Y, and Z.
Those people are irritating though. Let's not talk about those people.
You're right.
Just call him a loser.
I mean, there's a few in the chat.
Oh, they go deep. They go deeper than that though with him.
It's crazy. They call him a loser.
Oh, they coming. Don't worry, Trent.
They call him a loser and then be.
They heard Carmelo.
The hell out of Tracy McGrady, and I'm
no. Matter of fact, no. We're gonna talk about it. You know who they be loving the hell out of? Kevin Garnett. That's who they be loving the hell out of. When he was losing in Minnesota for a decade, but they be on that man's meat like nobody business, and I don't know why.
What kind of meat?
Like the way they hate losers. They are mellow. They are tasting meat. Like
what color is his meat?
The way they are tasting.
When did Kevin Garnett had just left the Timberwolves after constantly not making it to the WCF, right? Carmelo got to the Nuggets and made it just like that.
I mean, I wouldn't say just like that, but I get your point.
Who else did he have to make it just like that? Listen, let's get back to Mark Aguirre. All right, we on 2 hours. Let's get back to Mark Aguirre, the baseball player.
I'll say in though. My vote is in.
I'm going votes now. You got to wait for your name to be called. I don't take votes if your name ain't called. Trent,
I just put in my bag.
Safe out.
It's like every time we do like I hear the Rondo shit. It's like fuck, bro. Fuck, I gotta put the nigga in, bro.
You want to put him in?
I'll put him in.
See,
I'll say
there you go.
Nigel.
I'm gonna say in.
BooWop.
In.
Funny.
He is in.
In. Gbaby.
Yeah.
You froze, G?
No,
I didn't hear you say my name. I'm sorry.
Never. He over there daydreaming about
No, I'm sorry. Nah, he's in. Like, real talk. I did not hear Gbaby become 57 for us. I'm sorry.
I said Gbaby.
Oh, maybe that's why. It didn't
That
click.
is
Nah,
hilarious.
he's in. I'm sorry.
I got it.
Oh, sweet.
You know, I got to keep my normal shit. Great conversation. But yeah, Jose Calderon replacing Rondo, 2008. We still win the championship.
If Rondo a Hall of Famer, Mark Aguirre damn near first ballot.
You heard it. You heard it here
Bro,
first.
don't say that like
Bro,
Rondo
come
don't
on,
deserve
bro.
to be
What
up
you
in
doing,
there.
bro?
Bro.
It's not
Let's
that
chill.
big a gap. It's not that.
Yeah, like come on.
It's not that big. Let's not. The
The
first
gap between
ballot.
their Hall of Fame is the gap between them, their talent as a player, and it's both huge. Like
I don't hate it.
How
I mean, I don't know about no first ballot.
All right, y'all ready?
yeah.
I hope I ain't mess it up or anything like that, because I'll be tired.
Oh, guess that player.
oh, we're playing a game.
Oh, I'm about to. All right.
Oh yeah, now you're funny. We be playing. Yeah, we be playing.
So this one, I'm gonna give you your first ever hint. This one is easy. So this is gonna count. This is gonna come down to who says the person first. All right.
It's on NBA.
Yeah, NBA. Since Funny said he only talk NBA, I cut the top 10 to Friday. All right, first one. Your first hint is he was drafted in 1999.
What?
He was drafted in 19,000 is crazy.
Hey yo,
Hey,
what was he drafted in?
That boy named Xbox on my mama. Xbox.
His name is Optimus XO2.
I hope it's so many errors. I hope it's so many errors in this shit, bro. He was drafted in 1986.
He was drafted by the Tesla Titans.
No, not 86. I'm sorry. Now I gotta look it up.
He played.
Look it up,
He
please.
played for King Odin.
He was drafted by the Jetsons.
He nigga played in 100 BC.
He was drafted in 1997.
The basketball court looked like SpongeBob when he went to the future. It was all chrome.
I'm leaving it there too. I don't give a shit.
Nah, that's crazy.
Well, give us the next hint. Maybe you got that one.
Hey, what's the next hint?
Maybe I got that one right.
It's 1997, Troy? It's 1997?
Yeah,
He was-
1997.
Hey, the next hint gonna be like he was an alien.
Oh, bro.
AI.
Next.
T-Mac, it's T-Mac.
Nope. Nigel.
Damn.
You said 96.
I said AI.
That's incorrect.
Oh, Nigel got it right?
Baby.
No, I
No,
didn't.
Nigel and Gbaby is out.
96. All right, one more. I'm just getting the year right. Fuck it.
Oh, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is.
No, he
So
was
this-
drafted in 96. Sorry, he was 96.
Well, that would have been nice to know. All right.
You said it was what?
Yeah,
year?
that would have been nice to know.
What year?
I guess T-Mac thinking it was 97. That's crazy.
It was 96.
Oh, okay.
Man,
That's why I thought it was Allen
Is
Iverson.
that all the hints that we getting?
No,
No, I don't got it.
you get 5 hints.
Oh, it's gotta be. I know who it is now.
Ray Allen.
Yeah, that's Ray Allen. I was like, I know who it is now.
Told you this
Once
one.
I saw 2-time All NBA, I knew who it was.
I thought Ray made it more. That's why.
Yeah, I thought Ray made more all
He
in.
made more All-NBA. Maybe that's first.
Golly said Reggie.
Reggie was what? He saw 18 and thought Reggie. Huh.
Was it first team? Because I feel like he made more All NBA.
Yeah.
Drafted in 84.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to.
Power forward, small forward. That's rare in 84 to have a power forward, small forward. I did Golly, but it was wrong. I clicked on his name and it told me the real thing.
Barkley.
Charles Barkley. Oh, who said that?
BooWop.
Okay.
Told you this one's easy, so y'all gotta spit it out. Y'all catch on to what the theme is if y'all haven't already.
I was gonna get some after power forward.
Bill Russell? I don't freaking know.
Gbaby is out.
I don't freaking know.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, it had to.
No.
Yeah, that was probably easy.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Facts.
There we go.
Look at all them years losing.
Crazy.
He got something you don't got, 100-piece.
I don't think it's real.
I don't think anybody.
That's a different conversation for another day.
That's your business. He don't care if you think it's real.
Somebody scored 100 points in the NBA. Who did that?
Wilt, the steal.
Who?
That guy was athletic as hell.
Drafted in 83.
I think the slideshow messed up.
Glide. I said that shit first.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think didn't hear me first.
No,
I heard myself first too.
Nah, hell no. I said that shit first. Hell no, I said that shit first.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm low key torched. I didn't know we were like competing. I'm low key.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a competition. It was the guy they just talked about.
Damn.
LeBron James.
LeBron?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Come on, man. I tried to do the position.
I'm not gonna lie. When I seen drafted in 2003, I just wanted to say LeBron for fun.
I damn near said it just off
Yeah.
that, but I was like, maybe it's Melo, maybe it's.
You can't even know what to expect from Troy ass.
Yeah, his ass will pull out Kyle Korver.
Right.
Right. That's you feel me.
I'm surprised I ain't surprised it was gonna be Darko Milicic and shit.
Darko Milicic, exactly.
Yeah.
I said this one was easy. You didn't catch the theme yet? Y'all don't know the theme yet?
Hell no. Damn.
Let's think back on the first four people: Ray Allen, Charles Barkley, Wilt Chamberlain, Clyde Drexler,
NBA
LeBron
75?
James.
NBA 75? Top 75? Sure, why not?
Jordan.
Incorrect.
That was 84.
Carmelo.
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah, you beat me to it. That's tough.
8 + 5 is a crazy number considering that Carmelo was drafted with those two numbers at the end of his career.
Funny stop. Funny stop.
My fault. My bad.
Funny stop.
My fault.
That is crazy. I have never thought of that.
Oh
wow. Walt Frazier.
Jerry West?
No, Walt Frazier and Jerry West is incorrect.
Okay.
No, I can't. Mad. Sorry, Manny. I told you I'm cool. You mad. I don't care more.
One time, G.
One time is crazy.
Monroe.
Shit. Hold on, man.
Oh, so Monroe? Damn.
Nah, man, you wild.
His teammate. That's crazy.
Oh, you talking about for the 8?
Wow.
Damn teammate. Okay.
Why would I know that?
You can hear me?
Boy, Earl on that boy was overrated on my soul. One time?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It said my mic was doing something crazy.
That's the effect of against that player. They start cheating.
Got it.
Damn.
Oh, who said it?
Trent redeemed himself. Yeah, I gotta give it to Trent.
Wait, who did he say?
I think Trent. Yeah, I think Trent. Scottie Pippen. Yeah. I was just late. Damn. Oh.
That nigga. Never mind.
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Damn. Damn.
Could have been Kevin Love.
Could have been D.
No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't have.
They got drafted in the same year?
Yeah, they did.
But he said it's top 75. So.
Wait.
Oh, you did say it's top 75. You're right.
He said it's top 75.
Mr.
Yeah,
Trip
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
All right, last one.
Yeah. James Worthy.
What in the fuck?
Okay, this guy.
All right, Nigel.
Nigel, we're gonna have him up here for trivia all the time. That was it. Tally is Trent got 3, BooWop 2, Nigel got 5. Nigel, you keep coming up here with this trivia, and you know you're gonna take Trent's role.
Okay.
Trent, I'm tired of Trent yelling out all my damn answers to my questions and stuff. So I was glad to see somebody come up here and whoop his ass. You You came back from last time he whooped your ass. I don't know if you remember that, but Nigel whooped your ass twice now. But yeah, we done. Anybody got anything else you want to talk about?
Me personally, I wouldn't take that, but you know, that's just me though.
You got your ass whipped too.
I'm not part of that. I don't get my.
You want me to go back and check every time you got none?
Nah.
Damn.
Every time he got one.
Look, I'm already saying, I don't know who got drafted.
That's a sweep. All right, that's a sweep.
I don't know who got drafted at 80 something and 50 something. I don't. Man.
Listen, you guessed it. You said top 75. After that, you should at least got one answer.
That was after 5 people.
Once you said top 75, it was Raps.
My
synopsis said it was. That's why they got Russell Westbrook
getting drafted.
How you said I violated? How? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like Gbaby got swept. Then a couple of these guessed that players. He knows that. G knows that.
Because you be putting like 1943.
No, I don't, bro.
And 19,986. Like, bro,
I keep a binder.
They talking crazy in the chat. I'm not going to
lie. 1957 is nasty.
I still win majority of the trivias. Nigel no ball just like me.
Nigel was just guessing the best players out the 75.
Once he said 75, once he said 75, that's how.
You only get one guess though, so
yeah. He was
Barry Bonds.
I would have got the Ray Allen one.
Barry Bonds, the baseball GOAT.
Barry Bonds is the baseball GOAT.
Big fan.
I don't know where that came from, but
I'm trying to find one right now. Found one. Guess that player. Episode 62. Gbaby, none.
But look,
why he laugh like that?
Dream. Last time we did trivia, I don't even think you got one.
Oh, you did trivia with him on?
I think we did a trivia with Dream.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Trent is a sweat for football trivia because it'll be like who in 1963 got drafted in the 4th round, pick 123, and he'd be like, "Oh, wasn't that Urban Rowe?" And I'm like, "How did you know that?" Like you sit down and watch this.
Hey, Dream, you're wilding. Oh my god.
Hey, boy, y'all can stop all the meat glaze because BooWop be getting some of these motherfuckers too. I don't know what y'all think of.
BooWop, I done looked at 2 of these things and you ain't got none either.
Yeah.
All right?
I am not an NBA.
I'm coming for heads.
You can come for
historian, period. Trent over here, it's like he sat down every night before he went to bed and just read through the previous draft. I'm gonna take a test over it.
I just know
see how much I remember.
Trent might beat me in football. He might beat me.
I just know ball.
I am never going to know what happened before 1999.
I see episode 23, BooWop. You got 5.
Dang, you been doing episodes for that long? Or BooWop been doing episodes for that long?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, don't do BooWop.
Yeah, I wasn't that far. When you guys came on, I wasn't that far in.
BooWop like this, man.
But yeah, he said we can't go out like this. Troy just reading off all the shit we fucked up on.
I know Trent know his shit. Nigel, I appreciate it.
Nah, y'all gotta step up though, man.
Hell, baby, you gotta just start.
Yeah, you gotta start getting
before
some.
1998.
Yeah, come on.
Stop at. Ain't that the year you stop at? You don't really care too much about.
That's what I was doing. That's literally what I was doing. Like I can tell you some 90s stuff though, because you know Jordan, Hakeem, and the boys. You know the son. I can tell you
gotta get your stuff up there because when we start doing like trivia for organizations and for donations and stuff for causes, bro, you gotta know your stuff or you're gonna be losing the organization money.
Oh, I'll get y'all money.
No, it's just gonna be on Gbaby. The first one just all Gbaby trivia. Negative $1,000, negative $5,000.
We're taking $1,000 from your charity.
I'm just not gonna answer if I don't know, so I don't lose the money.
Who was the first pick in the 1998 draft? Should be like.
Oh wait, NBA or NFL?
NBA.
Michael Olowokandi.
Look at Gbaby though.
Who had to pick? Maybe I might get a thing. Who had to pick?
I just said it.
You don't know, Gbaby. It's all right.
Michael Olowokandi.
I would never know that. I would never know that.
I know.
You know Candy, so you should just.
Olowokandi. Yeah.
That's how you remember it. I know.
I know AI. I know. Did AI got what was he? Pick 1, right?
About
96. Yes. Yeah, that's why when you put 99.86 up there, I thought it was Allen. I was like,
999.
Wait, is AI not top 75?
We need an episode with just trivia, me against Trent and Gbaby.
I mean, I gotta be here too.
And BooWop.
Is AI top 75?
So we could just do a Jeopardy episode.
I think he is.
I've been trying to play the Jeopardy episode.
Hey, Jeopardy episode.
That would be fire.
All right.
That would be so fire.
That would be fire. I mean, I'd lose, but that would be fire.
Yo, funny. Yo, all right, hold on. Before we gotta hit the Ben Simmons agenda. Funny. I just see. We gotta see the Ben Simmons agenda.
I said Marcus Smart is a better playmaker than Ben Simmons.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Hell no.
Ben Simmons suck. That's his final thoughts. All right, close it out. BooWop, final thoughts.
You already know, man. See y'all Wednesday for the nightcap.
Trent.
No, Wednesday nightcap. You know, Barry Bonds to go. Marshawn Lynch overrated as hell. Hey, he pushing.
Gbaby.
What I got?
Make sure y'all see that. Saints 2023. I'll wear my Nuggets hoodie next time and rep them. But you know, Nuggets is 6. Unless it's the Warriors and Clippers, and it's Nuggets in 7.
The Nuggets changed their name to Jokic. Nigel, final thoughts.
That's fine as long as we get the chip.
The 5 best centers in the league: Jokic.
Hey, that just puts my. Hey, that means Cat ain't top 5.
Let me reword that. Let me
that means
reword
Cat
that.
ain't top 5.
Best,
I like it.
Let me reword that. 5 best centers for the Nuggets: Jokic, and Jokic. Go ahead, Nigel.
Shout out to what's his name? Shea Iglesias. That's all.
Iglesias. Shout out to you, bro.
So my man's in them.
You know, phonemes in them and stuff like that. Funny.
Thanks for having me. And Ben Simmons is pretty garbage.
He'll bust your ass though.
I mean, he definitely would. I suck. I'm extra garbage.
With fucking pepper on top, nigga. Salt Bay. Salt Bay your ass, nigga. That's what you gonna do.
Would I say this to his face? Probably not. But
not 100%.
Why not?
100%.
What?
Because Ben Simmons gonna make your back hurt.
Give me 60.
Take that anywhere you want.
Out of your mind. No.
You're gonna have a herniated disc. You're gonna have a herniated disc messing with Ben. You're gonna have a herniated.
I'll take my chances.
You're gonna have a herniated